What's going on, stream? Sorry for the prolonged introduction. Literally right before I was about to unmute and officially start the stream, I got something on my glasses, and stuff like that bothers me quite a bit, so I went to go clean it real quick, but I'm sorry about that. But before we officially get into the stream, which I feel like this stream is going to be a pretty exciting one, considering the game we're going to be playing, at least exciting to me, I guess. I want to bring something to the or I want to bring, what phrase am I trying to say here? I want to bring something to the attention of the stream, something I feel like to celebrate over, and give a little talk about. I'm late. I know. No, I wasn't late yesterday. I was not late yesterday. Today is well, actually, I don't think I've ever said this while you've been in here, single player. Whenever I don't have work the next day, so I don't work tomorrow. No, I wasn't. I was not late. Maybe like 10 minutes, but I was not late. But whenever I don't have work the next day, so like I don't have work tomorrow, I normally am not on around like the same time, because I do laundry and a bunch of other chores throughout the week that I haven't done. So I am late, but this typically is whenever I get on, for days like this, like Thursdays or Fridays. But before we get into the actual stream and start the new game we're about to play, I want to bring something to the attention of the stream. Something I think we can celebrate over. Something I'm quite happy about. What's going on, Six Leaf Clover? Welcome back to the stream, man. First N100F? Wait, what's that mean? Oh, Night of 100 Frights! Oh, this is your favorite FPS? Resistance Fall of Man is your favorite FPS, dude? That is fucking awesome, dude. It's actually really funny that I've played like 200 or two of your favorite games. Hey, I aim to please. Hey, in this stream, Rex has coined the term. He aims to please, but you know it rubs off to everybody. But yes, single player, you are correct. We have officially reached 100 subscribers. You know, I'm gonna be honest. Clover, I never actually played Resistance 2 or 3. Maybe like a little bit of the multiplayer, but never much. But yeah, we officially reached 100 subs, and I just wanted to, you know, I know obviously everybody is in here that's probably subbed recently, but um, I wanted to just thank everybody for you know, giving you know as much support and being here as much you guys have been for the past couple weeks or two, or couple week or two. This past couple weeks have been really successful for me, and obviously it's you know quite literally because of you guys. So I appreciate that a lot. And I know in the grand scheme of things, obviously 100 subs is you know very minuscule. It's a very small goal in the grand scheme of things of what I want to accomplish. But I have always said that you know these kind of like milestones and like small moments I do want to celebrate because one, you never know when like your next milestone is going to be your last. Um, so I don't want to take it for granted, and also I just want to you know acknowledge it to be you know proud and happy for myself. You know, this is something that like you know it's again it's very small, but I'm very happy about it, and you know I can't wait to continue making content you know for you guys, and you know being you know the kind of like streamer and content creator that I want to be. The Lark is the most overpowered weapon of any game. I forget what's the Lark again? I remember like certain features of guns, but I can't remember what they do. I think the Auger is the one I liked. The Auger and the Bullseye were sick in Resistance Fall of Man. I don't know if the Lark was in Fall of Man, but the rocket launcher, okay. But yeah, no, so I just wanted to bring that to the stream's attention and you know give out a quick thanks and everything, and I'm excited to you know continue this. And I don't really have anything planned for like a special or something. I don't really have like the editing skills to do anything like that. But what I will do is kind of like a way maybe for you guys to get to know me a bit more, and you know just stuff we can talk about throughout the stream. um, when I am done streaming for tonight, which will be like you know like an hour and a half to 2 hours, 2 hours, not an hour and a half, 2 hours. Um, when we get to when we are nearing the end of the stream, I'm just gonna go over like my favorite games of like all time, um, and just like talk over them and whatnot. No, 100 is a lot, like 100%. 100 is a lot. Just obviously in like the grand scheme of things, you know, like where I'd want to be is obviously not like you know not a lot, and that's why like I do want to like you know not take this for granted. Like this is a big milestone for me. What's going on, Rex? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. When I'm done with the session I'm playing of like the game, when I'm done with like the session tonight, I'm gonna as a I don't know if you how long you've been here, Rex, but I was just giving like a kind of I was giving some attention to the fact that I just got 100 subs, and I just wanted to thank you know you guys for you know giving the support and everything. I did save Timmy. I did save Timmy. It was an interesting experience. I ended up having to kind of look up a guide because I got a little not lost, lost in Vivo, am I right? But we did end up saving Timmy. I'll play that real quick on stream. You could stalk the Lark mid-air, and also because of split no. I forgot that's what that did, Clover. Yeah, that sounds OP as shit. We did end up saving Timmy. I'll show you like the end real quick. That's no problem, Shadowflow. I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, I saw your comment on YouTube, single player. My fault for not replying to it, but yeah, that's understandable. AOT isn't legendary, but no, that's understandable, Clover. I appreciate you stopping by again, man. It's nice to see you again. I'll be streaming Fall of Man until I beat it, so. No. But, basically, the end Rex, there's actually a pretty, like, creepy creature at the end. But, we did end up getting to the end. And saving Timmy. We got the good ending. We conquered our fears. Fuck yeah! Timmy! There he is. I don't know how you got. We did save Timmy last night, so that was hype. Timmy, my boy. I know, right, dude? We got. At first, Rex, there was this, like. This part right here of what I was confused about. I remember when you told me that, like, you have to not leave Timmy behind and you have to, like, follow him in. This is what I thought it was, but it wasn't. So I ended up having to, like, look up, like, a kind of guide to figure out where to go. There's, like, a fake-out ending, which is pretty cool, but... dude, Timmy really did put us through so much fucking hell. But, hey, we did it for him. Sadly, my time in your stream is short. Moving houses, packing a show. Quite tired. Brother, fine job. That's completely understandable, man. Obviously, you know, you have, like, you know, more important things to, you know, dedicate your time to. That's completely understandable. I appreciate all the time you have spent in here and, you know, the time you will. But I completely understand that, man. I'll end up playing Ghost of Tsushima at one point, for sure. But, yeah, we did end up saving Timmy last night and Lost in Vivo. Pretty happy about that. Good game. I gave my thoughts at the end. If anybody wasn't here and wanted to hear my thoughts about it, I just yapped. You know, you know me, King Yapper over here. But yeah. So at the end of the stream, when we're done playing Resistance for the night, I'm just going to kind of go through like my top 25 games, just kind of talk about them for a little bit. It's kind of like a little bit of like a way for you guys to get to know me a bit more, and just a way for us to talk. If anybody is in here. Let's go! Everybody give a round of applause for Rex, man. That is fucking sick. That is awesome to hear, Rex. But, we are in for an interesting game to be playing. Resistance Fall of Man is not only the first ever game I played on my PS3, it is the first FPS game I have ever played. Period. And I mean like pure FPS. Like I played Battlefront 2 on PS2. That's more of a hybrid game. Yeah, how many years are you going to be going for, Rex? I know like you were saying like... I couldn't tell if you were like joking about it, but I know you were saying you have like 10 years still of school left. Were you being serious about that? No, the thing with Lost, and another thing about Lost in Vivo, and I wanted to not bring this up, but I thought about it, and I know it was like maybe like I don't know if it was a joke to y'all, but like legitimately that game was starting to fuck with my eyes because of like the way like the I feel like one with how closed in everything was, it started to fuck with my eyes and like my depth perception. Like literally both times I got off of playing that game, like yesterday and the night before, I couldn't, like, fucking read my phone correctly. Like, my eyes couldn't focus properly. So, to be honest, I wasn't bringing it up during the stream, but at the end of that session, I kind of just wanted to get off. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it wasn't because of the game, but, like, literally, like, I felt fucking motion sickness. Like, I felt like I couldn't fucking properly, like, focus on something. So, I honestly just wanted to get the good ending and get off. But I mean, that's like a... It's very rare on this stream I'll use guides. I don't think I do. I've never been, like, diagnosed with it or anything. It's honestly, like, just certain games. I don't know what it is. Like, this isn't, like, the first time it's happened. There's just certain games that, like, fuck with me. I don't know what it is. There's certain games that, like, fuck with my depth perception. It, like, really fucks with my eyes. I guess that was one. I mean, I am pretty fucking... Dude, I'm pretty far back. I mean, maybe the camera looks at it, but like I'm like over an arm's length away. I'm not close compared to where my monitor is. 3 years for biomedical science, more for MCHB, 5 to 6, I believe, then 2 years. Damn, man, that is so much school. But good job, man, for doing that well for your first year. Honestly, don't know. It's been a problem literally for such a long time. Like, I don't know what it is, but like, for the most part, like, it didn't ruin my experience. I mean, I still give the game like a fucking 9. What? So you can lick me, or lick the ketchup, Rex? So you can lick the ketchup? Bro, but like, isn't like the whole rule of like sitting at your monitor is you should be an arm's length away? Because that's what I am. I'm an arm's length away. I mean, I guess it depends what you define regularly. I mean, I haven't had one in a while, but yeah. Well, I feel like the TV makes more sense, though. Well, yeah, like once a year, yeah. I mean, a TV makes more sense, though. It's like, you know, it's like a bigger screen and everything. You don't want to sit closer to it, but like a monitor, like, you know, it's not really made to, you know, be super far back. We're just gonna play a medium for the playthrough. But, especially if, like, I was using mouse and keyboard, so, like, I can't go super far back. Alright, I'll see you, Shadowflow. Appreciate you stopping by. Now, we are emulating this on the PS3, so there might be performance issues. If we encounter them, we'll deal with it. Now, this game definitely isn't a horror game by any means, but it has horror elements. Have a good time, Shadowflow.
The truth was
Have a good
far
one.
worse. The Chimeras stayed sealed within Russia for over a decade. Then,
Likewise,
in
Shadowflow.
1949, they launched an attack that overwhelmed all of Europe in a matter of weeks.
I loved the world building of this game, man. I really do, or this series.
In October of 1950, the Chimera burrowed under the channel. We had prepared for them, but in 3 months' time, the war was lost. We abandoned the cities to the Chimera and retreated to scattered military bases and outposts.
For PS3, I use RPCS3. I'm pretty sure it's like the only one that's like good for PS3. Yeah, this is just an FPS, like pure FPS.
On the second wave of that assault was a sergeant named Nathan Hale.
That's us.
The actions of that soldier.
I know a little bit about this game. I never beat it as a kid. I maybe got like a halfway through.
From July 11th to July 14th, the day he was last.
I know I got scared as a kid in this game. Again, there's like horror elements to it. It's not a horror game though. I mainly play the multiplayer of this game, but I'm pretty hyped to play this. We're also technically playing like a Hanson version. I have a FOV mod, and a 60 FPS mod, and just up graphics, so. The symptoms of like what I experienced from like Lost in Vivo, is that what you're talking about?
The American soldiers had no idea.
I need to turn the volume up, this is a little quiet.
The US government had sealed its borders in 1950. Radio waves and newspapers became state property. Only the highest levels of their government knew the truth.
It's like...
The operation was an exchange.
It's like my... I don't know if this is the right term, but like it's like my depth perception gets fucked up. It's like I stare at the game for so long, and like certain aspects about the game, like how zoomed in it is, how claustrophobic it is, how your character moves and stuff, it like fucks up my eyes. And then when I get off the game, like yesterday, I could barely like read my fucking phone for a while. Like I couldn't, like, my eyes couldn't focus properly. That happens before on like certain games. It's like 1 in every 10 games. But like I don't know what it is that causes it, but like it's consistent, I guess. And I feel like it had something to do with like, oh, there we go. I feel like it had something to do with like how closed in the areas were. So like my eyes maybe were constantly switching, like from it was hard to focus on things. So maybe it was fucking up how my eyes were focusing at the time. And then obviously like me sitting there for like 2.5. Oh Jesus Christ! Oh fuck! Oh fuck, guys. Okay, maybe we're just off to a rough start. I think we're good though. Oh god. Shit. Hold on. First, let me up the volume a little bit. I look like Jay Courtney? Who the fuck is Jay Courtney? Well, now I have to look up who the fuck Jay Courtney is. That's a pretty handsome man. If I look like him, I'd say it's a pretty handsome man. I don't need to worry, mate. Low FV causes your brain to rewire itself so that I can see better, and then when some. Okay, yeah, that's kind of. Thank you for giving me like a better explanation for it. I feel like I've tried thinking that before and trying to explain to so many people. Like we played a game, Rias, Nitro, and I played a game. It was like a backrooms game, and literally I had to stop playing it like halfway through the game night because I'm like, guys, like my eyes can't like I'm getting fucked up, and I couldn't like describe what it actually was. I appreciate that. But actually, I've never seen Suicide Squad. Believe it or not. Okay, we're gonna... Oh god, I threw a grenade. This game has a cool feature. For the best. Is it a bad movie? Oh shit, hold on. Though do make sure you don't play much low FOV games since you already have specs. It can lead to this. Oh shit, okay. So I should definitely... Okay. What's the second movie called? So I should definitely, whatchamacallit, be more conscious of it. So I probably should have played Lost in Vivo at 60 FPS is what you're telling me. 1 second, I have to change my controls on the emulator. Wait, you serious? It's really, that's what the second movie's called? Well, I guess it's a good thing then I downloaded the extended FOV patch for this game. Because I literally was thinking, you know, maybe I should play a game that has, like, you know, higher FOV, just in case. So, I'm happy, I decided to make that choice. The soft reboot, oh, okay. Alright. Hopefully, if the game has, like, too much of an issue with, like, its, rendering and stuff, we will lower some of the graphics. I tried upping a lot of stuff to, you know, make it nice and pretty. But if it becomes an issue... Oh, shit. If it becomes an issue, we can just, you know, lower it. I'm curious if this game holds up to what I thought it was when I was a kid. Yeah, it's playable. Yeah. I checked out its compatibility and everything. It's compatible and everything. It just, like, you know, when you're playing games like this, like, it also is, like, pretty hardware dependent. It's like, if you have a pretty, like, shitty, you know, not shitty, but if you have, like, a not-so-great PC, obviously, like, you know, your mileage may vary, kind of thing. No, I was thinking about playing this game on mouse and key. I still might, to be honest. I loved this part of the game. I love when games like try and show like a large-scale battle with like a lot of people. You know, from the little bit I've seen of Singularity, I can kind of see that. It came out around the same time. Singularity's what, like a 2008 game? Oh, what did I have the controls as? Something cool about this game, I don't know if I just said it, but you can switch your controls to anything you want in this game. Like anything. You have like full customization. Surprisingly too, this game's like kinda long. It's like 10-11 hours. I know, right? Especially like back then, like 2008. Well, that's the thing. That's not even like an emulator thing. Oh, I actually have. I have Trepang too. I bought that like a long time ago. I have not played it though. Maybe that could be something I play on stream. I love the enemy designs in this game. That was one of the things I remembered like the most about this game. was the enemy designs and just like the overall atmosphere and aesthetic. But yeah, the whole like controller switching thing, that's just part of the game. Like that's just how it was designed. I watched I remember I used to watch videos of people playing this game and they did it like no damage and shit. That was crazy. Yeah, I always loved the design of the Chimera in this game. Low-key, I love the world in Resistance, I'm not gonna lie. I think Resistance 2 and 3 are probably better games. But honestly, I just never fucking played them. One day I'll play. Well, actually, no, not one day. Singularity is literally on the next set of games. That's gonna be part of the next set of games I'm gonna be playing. So, sooner rather than later, we will get some Singularity. Yeah, low key. I think. Oh, what's up, dude? I also love when I get like teammates. You know what I mean? Like NPCs. Ooh, something tells you that's not supposed to happen. But yeah, gaming PC hasn't been here yet. How do you decide between gating a PC and a game on PC? Wait, so what do you mean? So, how do you decide between getting a game on PS? Like, you mean like PlayStation? I mean, I don't really buy games on PlayStation anymore, so I don't really know if I could answer that. For me, normally, if I want to buy a game, like, I don't know, for me, it's always Steam or GOG. Like those are the only two, like, launchers and, you know, like, stores that I personally like. You plan to only emulate games if they aren't available to buy digitally or physical. Gaming, emulation, and gaming preservation, I'm all about, so... Right there with you, brother. Shit. Oh, dude, the glass actually broke. Hey, what's going on, Nitro? Welcome to stream. Hope you're doing well. I appreciate that, Nitro. I appreciate that. Thank you to you and Rias for kind of helping me get to this point. No, that's fine. You don't have to give up on, like, PlayStation. Like, you could play both. Just, for me, like, PC's just so, like, so much more, convenient at this point that I just choose to play it. Like, Shadow of the Colossus and, like, Bloodborne, I obviously can't play. on PC, so obviously I will choose to play those on PlayStation, but how are you doing tonight, though, Nitro? You end up streaming tonight? Bitch. Why can't I pick up their bullseye? I want their bullseye, man. Dude, I actually just flanked his shit. There's one. I might, I want to make a quick adjustment to the controller settings real quick. Oh yeah, you had that colonoscopy. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't want you to go in, like, extensive detail, but I hope that went well. For you. What, did they give you, like... Did they give you, like, meds to, like, keep you up or something? Okay, we're gonna... Alright, we're gonna try this. We're gonna try this Let's see how this feels. Okay. Well, I hope everything's alright. Let's go! We got collectible! You are now ambassador of your country. Remember the chain of command. Nitro got poked in the ass while he was high. Okay, so it seems like to me the lore. They looked at both ends. The lore is like the American soldiers like took refuge in the UK. Not refuge, but like they basically like used like homes within the UK as like like housing while like throughout this war. I need some health. I forgot this game has like you actually need to like find health. Let's go, dude, the fucking bullseye. This fucking gun is so cool. God, I love this game. Insurance wouldn't cover 2 different cameras, Jesus Christ. Yep, that's what they did, Rex. That's what they did. As our rapid cycling rate and high damage capability, press R requires a homing tag. Once a foe is marked, the tag will draw the bullet's primary function. This in multiplayer is fucking OP. The fact that you could tag someone with something and have homing bullets just basically chase them is insane. And Nitro had to do what he had to do, bro. If you gotta spread your cheeks, you gotta spread your cheeks, you know? Oh shit. Are we gonna die? We might die, chat. Fuck, we died. Well, I remember that song. I remember that little tune all too well when I played this as a child. Oh, I got full health. Well, that was kind of a cheat code. I did beat the other game, yeah. We ended up saving Timmy. Am I cooked, chat? I don't know. Are you cooked? I think we're all a little cooked. Yeah, we ended up saving Timmy, Nitro, so it's a big W. The game kind of fucked with my eyes a little bit, so I kind of was rushing through it a little bit. I ended up having to look up a guide to make sure I was doing it right. But we got there. This game does have, like, toggle controls, though. You are? What do you mean you are? I'm what? What am I? I'm a lot of things, but what do you consider me to be? What's that? Are those grenades? We're all cooked, dude. Let's be real. We're all fucking cooked. I'm excited to see that as well. You think it'll go viral? I'm hoping, Nitro. I'm hoping for you to go viral. That'd be pretty sick, my dude. Oh, I think there's dogs that come here. I think. This game has hella muzzle flash, if you couldn't tell. Yo, that reload is fast as fuck. Wait, hold on, let me check out this shit, chat. Hold on. Okay, you see how he's tagged? Look at this shit. Dude, do you guys see that? What, he didn't die? Okay, maybe this weapon sucks. I thought that was pretty cool, though. When I was a kid, that was the coolest fucking thing to me. Literally. Like, Nitro, this is how it worked in multiplayer. That's how you could play multiplayer with this gun. No, oh, he doesn't look. Come on, single player. You gotta think outside the box. Hold on. Single player. Single player. Right? This. See, that's the box. That's you. You gotta think outside the box. You know, use your big brain. You know, you gotta think outside the box. Bro, the Wanted movie. You know, there's a game of that movie. I'm gonna play that on stream at one point. That is a hidden gem for me, dude. I love that game. Never watched the movie. Never have seen the movie before. Oh shit. The game kind of throws you into shit. I really like the Wanted game. I really like the Wanted game. I will absolutely play that on stream. I love kind of like niche shooter games, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, this part is crazy, bro. I'll have to spit some lore on you guys when we get to this part, which is like literally right here. Tonight, chat, we're rocking a... You're not gonna be able to see it. This room's too dark. A ghost peach drink. Oh, kind of see it.
Captain, you see this? What the hell?
All right, sounds good, Nitro. Appreciate you stopping by. My mom's stuck in there with the rad roaches. All I'm gonna say is, chat, this scene right here has heavy lore implications.
No one knows exactly how Hale was infected by the Chimeran virus. Our only clue is a journal entry recovered from the body of a US medic. It says that he encountered a number of comatose soldiers in a dry creek bed. One of the soldiers, a sergeant, suddenly woke up. Unlike the other soldiers, his body had no wounds at all. The sergeant refused any kind of medical examination, insisting on catching up to the rest of the company. If that sergeant was in fact Nathan Hale, then he remains
But why did
the
he
only
live?
known person to wake up
What,
after
my
being
character?
infected. Whether the Chimeran virus
You talking about
mutated
Nathan
within him,
Hale, the
or
goat?
whether his body had an innate resistance to it remains a mystery.
I want to be honest. I know very little of the lore of this series. I know about as much as I've played. I do know that, like, that leads into a bunch of shit about him, because Nathan Hale's the main character of this one and the second game. And I know he has, like, basically, he's kind of like Ellie from The Last of Us. He has, like, a unique blood type. True. Oh god, I hated these enemies as a kid, bro. I hated them so much. Low-key, Nathan Hale might be able to beat up Batman. Like, straight up. I remember when this game was considered, like, the Halo killer. No, it wasn't this game. No, Killzone was the Halo killer. That's what it was. Killzone was supposed to be the Halo killer. This was just a game. They didn't want beef. Oh, shit. These enemies are annoying, bro. Thank God they kind of let you hip fire and it's still accurate. Oh shit. Bitch. No! No! Medic! Medic, no! Hey, man falls, fall a man. Did you just come up with that on the fly, Rex? Or is that like a quote? God damn it, I think I killed him again, dude. Another one bites the dust. This game really does just kind of throw you into the thick of it. You write bro, you just do everything. I respect it, Rex, honestly. I respect the hustle. What kind of stories do you write, Rex? You write pornography? No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I mean, I wouldn't judge. Oh, shit. Now I'm finding you. Bro, I've always been sus. Always. I wonder what this game looks like without the extended FOV. Because honestly, it doesn't look much different from what I remember. Alright, so let's just talk about the health. The bacteria are suspended in a viscous yellow fluid. My piss? Rex? Nah, Rex ain't sus. Why is Rex sus for writing stories? That's cool. I used to write little Star Wars stories when I was a kid. Little battles. Used to write about some battles, Star Wars battles. I respect that, Rex. That's honestly some cool shit. You have any, like, finished products? What? What? What the fuck did you just call me? What kind of medieval slur did you just call me? Do you have any finished products that I can read to the class? Just grenades. Yeah. It's crazy that this game was on the all-time like FPS list debate. That's fair. That's fair. I respect that. Well, if ever one day you want if you want me to do like a read aloud of one of them, I'd be down. Obviously, you know. What is that word? Am I just misunderstood? Wait, what does that mean? SP? Oh, just single player. Okay. Yeah, I can't wait till we get the auger too. Big fan of the auger. Damn! Yeah, I don't know what he'd be saying either, single player, low key.
Baker 1 approaching Kilo Road, 2 clicks from the depot. Who's near my position? Sound off. Baker 1, this is 3. We're moving wounded. It's slow going. Baker 12, we've got what's left of 5 and 10. Approaching depot from Romeo Road. ETA 10 minutes.
This game's a little rough around the edges.
Where's Arrow? Arrow came in over the AA.
Oh, what did I do? Oh, I see what you're saying. I see. You're being cute with it. Yeah, this game definitely feels like it was made in 2008. If you know what I mean by that, you know what I mean by that. Oh, we're gonna make another slight adjustment. Bro, with me being, like, the competitive player I have been, dude, little settings and stuff, like, it literally is, like, little shit matters a lot to me. Nah, I believe it. Remember, single player, and I'm quoting Rex here. He's Asian. Remember that. Anything about Rex, you could just say that, it probably makes sense. Dude, this game has like the weird, like... It has like a... It's like... It's analog dead zone isn't normal. Its analog dead zone is like a square. It's not like an actual circle. I don't know, it's weird. It's a weird feeling. It's kind of like old Halo. Old Halo had like an axial dead zone and not like a radial. Or it had both. Oh my gosh, is this the part where I get to drive a tank? If so, we're cooked. Because I don't drive in real life. I don't have a car. So. Jesus Christ, Rex. This is kind of cool. Hey. Dude, one day I'd want to play through the World at War campaign on stream. I love the World at War campaign for COD. Dang. Oh, yeah, the OG one, yeah. I absolutely love World at War, man. Oh, sorry, Jesus Christ. But, I love the OG COD campaigns, I really do. Oh, you don't play FPS games at all? Just shooting those were civilians, bro. Those were the Chimera. The fuck? They got like turrets? What genres do you play single player? FPS is probably like my most played genre like ever. Multiplayer and single player. Your ass? I mean, you can still enjoy FPS games if you're ass, you know, like enjoy the story and the narrative and, you know, whatnot. But I get what you're saying. I'm horrible at StarCraft 2, like RTS games, absolutely horrible. But I enjoy playing them with my one friend, Twist. Shout out Twist. Oh, can't drive. Oh my gosh! I think I just shot my teammates.
The Americans
It's fine, the cutscene fucked it up. We're good.
Southeast York. Under the command of a Captain Winters, they staged a daring tactical offensive. The Chimera had begun to close in on their position. If the Americans could secure the site,
Jesus Christ,
they would have
Rex.
a perfect landing
You have a whole
zone,
plan and
the
everything.
battle would tip in their favor.
That's a little scary. I remember as a kid I had a crush on the narrator lady. I just thought I liked her voice.
Really dug in there, sir. They must know this is a prime landing zone. We can hold it. We'll get some.
You can tell he's a military guy, a high-ranking officer by his voice. Let me back up. Oh shit. That's cool. Do you have any like point-and-click games you would recommend? That's a genre I've never really gotten into very much. I would be open to at one point. Bro, that's low-key a lot of bullets to the head to kill one. This game's interesting. So the tap when you tap fire, perfectly accurate. When you spray, it gets random. So there's like low-key kind of a skill gap. So like most of the time in multiplayer, I actually low-key love this game's multiplayer. So most of the time when people use this assault rifle, it was more or less used as like a medium to long range weapon, and it was mostly tap firing. Fun fact also, this is actually the first ever multiplayer map I played. This was an FPS, or this was a multiplayer map, this area. The first time I ever died in a multiplayer game was on this map. I was running up this hill. I had a shotgun in my hand. I ran up to a guy to see if he was my teammate. He looked at me dead in the fucking face with a rocket launcher and blew me up. I learned then to never trust anybody. My anger off. Jesus Christ. I'm sure some of your stories are like have really cool plots. I'm not gonna lie, Rex. I want to play The Walking Dead on stream one day. That's definitely an interesting way of putting all that, though, Rex. I've never actually played a Telltale game, but I'd love to at one point. Shit, we're gonna have to flank that guy, chat. Shit, we're gonna have to fight this guy head on, chat. Gotta play Tomb Raider. Actually, I'll put that on the list. I don't think I have it on Steam. I have like one of the Tomb Raiders. Oh, we're done. We're done. Yeah, one day I'll play The Walking Dead for sure. I don't know if I have Tomb Raider 2013. I have like Rise of the Tomb Raider or some shit. Sure, yes, sir. Bogwowski. I want. Can someone make a character in a game called Bogwowski? Can we make that happen? Chat. Wasted. Its sequel. Is that what Rise of Tomb Raider is? Is that the sequel? Yeah. Can we make a petition for a like a FPS game to have a character named Bogwowski? Who do we write to make that happen? Dude, aiming at long range is fucking rough. First Major Sergeant Pookie. I'm down for that too. That's probably more believable than Bogwowski. But I really think we should consider having Bogwowski the next main character of the revised Killzone series. Did you guys see any of the announced games yesterday at the State of Play? A lot of cool shit. Really hype about this State of Play yesterday. Really hype. Single player, I think I talked to you about it. Rex, you weren't here, obviously, so I don't think I talked to you about it. You don't even know what State of Play is? It's like it's Sony's like showcase of like their next games. I don't even play Silent Hill and it looked good. Dude, it does look good. I love Silent Hill. So you can only imagine my fucking reaction. Yeah, State of Play is like Sony's like showcase. They do like every other couple months. There were a lot of pretty cool games shown. A new Marvel fighting game got announced. Silent Hill F got shown. The new GoldenEye game got shown. A lot of cool shit. Mortal Kombat collection got shown off. Honestly, a lot of high quality stuff. It was a. I'd give the State of Play like an 8.5. You're talking about Judas, right? Judas? Someone just called me gay? If you're talking about Judas, bro, I am so hyped for that game. Yeah, in 10 years they'll release Half-Life 3. Now, one day it'll come out. 100%. I'd say in the next 5 years we will get Half-Life 3. I don't know, maybe that's a hot take, but I think we will. They make so much money from it. But yeah, if you're talking about Judas Rex, I'm so hyped for that game. I hope it gets, there's more news about it soon. Because we haven't heard a lot about it in a while. Low key, I'm curious how far I got in the game. Wasn't it announced to be under making? What do you mean? Like it was still in development? Yeah, I think it was still in development. But like that was like a year ago, I felt like, right? Like surely we would have seen something about it recently. Or I would have hoped. Company! Ashley, if you get him, boys! Get him! Get him! Show them what hell! Show them what the Americans do with these dear guns! Fuck your laser rifles, bitches! Hey, what's going on, Nate? Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that a lot. It's a small milestone, but I'm happy. I'm happy about it, and excited to see what I can accomplish moving forward. True. I appreciate you saying that, Nate. But yeah, this is just the start. I don't want to take this for granted because I mean you never know when your next milestone might be your last. But I am really proud of myself for getting to this point. I'm thankful for all you guys for sure. You're good. Did you complete the BioShock game series? Also, I was talking about Half-Life Fubi. Oh, okay. I don't know about the Half-Life 3 thing. I don't know if it was designed or if it's in making or not. Never completed BioShock 1. Never. I got 80% of the way through the game, never completed it. Never played BioShock 2, never played Infinite. I will right that wrong on stream. Oh, also, Rex. I looked up stuff about The Last of Us. We're good to play it. It's good on PC now. It's fixed. Fixed.
We know from the craters that the Chimera ended the battle by launching spires.
Yeah, one day I'll finish. One day I'll play a BioShock again.
By the time you see them in the air, it's already too late. After impact,
yeah, I was gonna. When I saw who subbed to make it 100, the name Vatrix reminded, or it sounded familiar, and I thought it was one of your friends.
The crawlers have done their work. The Chimeras send in carriers to collect.
Yeah, Nate, you're condemned.
The role of the carriers is to transport infected humans.
Yeah, The Last of Us will be. It's not the next set of 4 games. It's the set after that. Low key, that set of games is fucking stacked. Stacked lineup. You got The Last of Us, BioShock, Batman: Arkham Origins, and fuck, Nier Automata. That 4, stacked. I didn't even listen to the lore. Anybody know what's going on? Yeah, Rex is our designated, like, court-martial, so whatever he says goes. Oh, I remember this part. This was the first part of the game where I was like, this is kind of scary. This part is the first part where I'm like, okay, this has horror elements to it when I was a kid. I must that character arc. I don't know why they left me with my gun. Ew, just look at how they walk. Ew, 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 I hate that. I hate that. Why he's sliding? This is 60 FPS. Yeah, that short is insane, Nate. That shit is literally going viral. Yeah, true. Dude, honestly, yeah, fucking, we should post the handbook, bro. Post the handbook. Handbook, Nate. Fuck, dude. You gotta read the fucking handbook when you get in the stream, man. That's the second vid that comes up. Actually, yeah, when I was looking at my channel earlier, that is like the first one that comes up. Reminds you of Mass Effect? What, like the creatures? The enemies? The handbook? Yeah, dude. You don't know about the handbook? We have a song. Maybe. Probably not. Oh, my neck. Ew, I don't like how they walk, man. I really don't. Turning people into creatures. Yeah, that's kind of Last of Us, or that's kind of Mass Effect, low-key. That's another series I've never played before. Never played Mass Effect. I need to play that at one point. Nah, Nate, that's not enough. That's not enough. You gotta do more than just say sorry here. You gotta throw it back. On stream. All tomorrows? There are so many games to play. Is that a game, Rex, or what is that?
Oi, mate! Over here! Over here! Help us! Get us the hell out of here!
Hey! Over here! The console! Shoot the console!
Damn.
Bloody hell!
Why my man didn't react that fast for them?
I'm Parker,
Hey, Sergeant Hale, 1st Rangers.
an American. We thought the Chimera stopped all of you in York.
Chimera?
Those creatures. Oh, you
That's crazy, Nate. I'm happy for you, man. That's awesome to hear. True.
I'm sorry, Hale. Looks like you'll have to find your own way out. I'll be in touch. Frequency 77.6.
Is that a game, though, Rex, that you're talking about? All tomorrows?
It was strange enough that a lone American soldier was walking around a Chimeran conversion center. But it was his eyes that were most disturbing.
Bro, this game came out in like
They showed
2008.
unmistakable
This
Chimeran
shit's almost
traits.
20 years old.
It was subtle, but it was there. Whoever Nathan Hale was, he wasn't entirely human.
Oh shit, I'm not human. Nate, this is the first ever FPS game I've ever played. And it's the first game I ever played on my PS3. It came with my PS3. Nathan Hale is a goat. Did you ever play this game, Nate? Is this the shit you're talking about? Yeah, I was like 8 when this shit came out, dude. This shit's so nostalgic for me. Low key, it's knock on wood, it's running pretty well on emulator right now. What do you think they are? I don't know. Are they like, I mean, I'm assuming there's some kind of like mutated creatures, right? Yeah, is this you, Nate? In like another universe, are you like an American soldier? Bald as fuck. I like how they added an outlet. Like, I like how there's just an outlet here. Is this the outlets they use in the UK, Rex? Because we are in the UK. Granted, we're in the 50s. But... low-key, this is you in a different universe. I think I might have stopped playing at this part of the game. I feel like I might have gotten too scared as a kid. You also have to remember when I played this on on the PS3, I had some shitty ass box TV, bro. I couldn't tell what the fuck was in front of me. I'm just shooting shit, hoping it dies. Their outlets have covers. Oh. I want a shotgun. I know there's a shotgun in this game. Cool. Okay, so those little things convert people. Urged. Purged and cleansed. What are you talking about, Rex? Do I have any different grenades? No, not yet. Oh, I have a flashlight! I forgot, we have a flashlight. Let's go. These environments, like this kitchen, kind of reminds me of like Half-Life 1. Low key. That's for later, Rex. That's for later, bro. You can't be saying that with other people around now. Reach and clear, pussies. Oh. Oh, good thing it's soundproof. I could see Fallout. Loki, that fridge was very Fallout-esque. This is Half-Life, bro. This is so Half-Life. Might be, yeah, DM me, bro, DM me. Bitch! Oh, ew, ew! Oh no! Oh, I forgot. We're in the era, we're in the era of PS3 games where you have to fucking shake your controller. Bro, I don't know if this shit works with gyro. I don't know if I got the gyro controls set up for my emulator. Damn straight to the ding dong. Yeah, hell yeah, brother. You see them, bro? They'd fuck me up. They eat my asshole. I'll do it again. So we just gotta make sure we never get grabbed by these guys. Ever. Oh shit. Hedgehog. Sonic. Okay. Cool. I remember the Hedgehog being pretty OP in multiplayer. I do remember that. Game design. That was some pretty sick game design. I begged the question of why these are just chilling here. Like, wouldn't they be triggered by like the Chimera? Thank you. Yeah, you just, dude, I wish. That'd be the fucking most sick shit ever. But then the hedgehogs don't die. They like run back. Honestly, I like games like that, low-key. They're like goofy as shit. Like High on Life. I love that. I love High on Life because of like shit like that. Please don't ever come near me. You creepy motherfuckers. You ugly, you creepy, and your breath stank. Yeah. I think we can make a motherfucker. Oh, I think I do have the gyro working. I think we can make a pretty creative game. This stream, low-key, with this stream's brain power combined, I feel like we can make a pretty cool game. Were those just birds I saw flying? I love that most of the bullets in this game are like projectiles, so I can like hide from them when I see them. Reload key needs some health. I see some health. Thank you. Now I feel that. I have a lot of kind of ideas that have kind of like sunk into my head that I hope one day I could turn into some kind of game. Or games. Oh, one thing I want to say about Sound of Evo, for my like yapping review that I gave for it, the soundtrack of that game is fucking beautiful. Like absolutely beautiful. You know that game has 60 soundtracks? And it's a fucking 4-hour game. 60 soundtracks is insane. I like the environment. Bro, do you see that, bro? Bro, I'm kind of diffy with my positioning, huh? Crosshair placement on fleek. Sweet.
The conversion center was built on top of an old
That's
fish
kind of
cannery.
crazy. I know, right?
Networks
I'm so
of tubes
crazy.
transported the bodies from one stage
Crazy.
of conversion to another. Once humans are
What is
infected
SP?
by the Chimeran virus, they fall into a coma.
Single
The
player?
virus begins
I think he's a
changing
human.
their bodies from the inside out. Eventually,
I don't know, single player,
turning
you a
them into
human?
One of the Chimeran creatures.
You one of us?
The conversion centers simply speed up the process.
Am I out of the conversion center? No, I'm not. Bring me back to my troops, brother.
Sergeant Hale, come in. I'm seeing more
Oh, okay.
patrols now. They must know we've escaped. Be careful.
I'm kind of sorry about that single player. I mean, I hope you have like some people you want to play with. Like, if you want to play, obviously. Like, if you actually are just kind of chill with it, then obviously that's fine. Click all the bikes in this picture. True, true. Click all of the ketchup bottles in this picture, and then let Rex lick them. Actually, I think I might stick to controller. I think I'm starting to get used to it again. Low key. That's fair. I mean, if you're cool with that, you know what I mean? Like, I can't judge you. That's kind of my stage right now. Like, I still love playing multiplayer games with the boys, but that's kind of where I'm at. You just started playing with others? Nice, dude. What have you been playing? You don't mind me asking? Yeah, that didn't really do much. Oh, I bought a Mega Man collection today on Steam, guys. I bought Mega Man X Collection 1. I've never played a Mega Man game before, but I know the X games are really cool. Maybe one day I'll play them on stream. I think it just depends. I mean, like, some of my favorite games of all time are multiplayer focused, but then also some of them are single player. So honestly, I think it just depends. I'd say, like, for the most part, I think you are right. But then you have games like Battlefield 3 and Counter-Strike that are just like, holy shit, this is peak gaming. So I think it just depends. But I think for the most part, you are 100% correct.
During the second phase of the conversion process, the humans are wrapped in cocoons. This accelerates the final stages of the conversion.
Okay.
What emerges from the cocoon is determined by the strain of the virus. Each Chimeran creature is created by a separate strain. What we call hybrids, the ones that most closely resemble humans, have the shortest gestation
Damn, single
period.
player. Always
More
late and
beastly
shit.
creatures take months to create. and
Fall
are
Guys is a
made
lot
from
of fun.
multiple
I love
human
that game.
bodies.
Love the game a lot. Or that grunt noise that my guy just made was really odd. I don't know why. I knew it. Those stairs were way too fucking ominous. Sometimes, quick tip for anybody that wants to play controller-based multiplayer games. Most of the times, good aim from pro players comes from their left stick and not their right stick. Games like Call of Duty and Halo, with like how strong the aim assist is, most of the time, it's easier to just kind of use your left stick to help you aim rather than your right stick. It's a little thing that separates a lot of good players. I think those have like humans in it. Maybe I shouldn't just shoot them. I mean, they might be fucked, so maybe I should. I don't know. Take that, hedgehog! Get him, Sonic! Oh shit, I didn't mean to throw that one. Oh, damn! Okay, physics. I didn't know we had those kind of physics. Okay, Insomniac. Yeah, this game is made by Insomniac, by the way. I don't know if I ever said that. Interesting game for them to make. I'm not gonna cap. Okay. Oh shit, ew, it's them. Ew, it's them. Get away, get away, get away. We don't like them. Yo, mama! It's kind of crazy that, like, probably a lot of these guys were, like, soldiers. They got converted. Kind of sad to think about. Yeah, I remember this level giving me the heebie-jeebies as a kid. Like, for sure. Again, it was a lot darker on the TV I was playing. Now, just the way they walk, bro, they're just creepy. Like, the other guys just... Like, one, I don't know, their face is a lot scarier than this face. I don't know why. It's almost like this is way too exaggerated to where, like, it's not really that scary anymore. This is, like, too human still. And, like, the way they walk at you, they walk like this. Like, and they fucking grab you. Oh, it's just creepy. It's just kind of creepy. Cool door. We like doors like that. I like when you kill them, they're like little tubes. They're like stuck in their body, like come out. I low-key kind of like that a lot. It's a cool little added detail. I'll show you. Yeah, if I don't blast them to smithereens before they pull up, I'll show you. Oh, ew! Yeah, look, see? Look at him. Look at look at him! Look at him, bro. That is, bro. I don't. I partially blame Rex for that death. Let that be known. Oh my gosh! I have to. God damn it. Do you not like them, Rex? Are you on board with me of hating them? I don't know what they're called, but I don't like them. I think they creep me out more than the others just because like they're more similar to like a human, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Yeah, that's literally what they say. You just can't understand them because they're speaking like Chimeran. Hedgehog, get him! Sonic! I need health. I guess I don't like him, so might as well hate him. That's crazy. You know, I don't know if I know the lore enough to like answer that confidently. I need a death count. No, I don't, bro. I haven't died that much. I haven't died to the point I need a death count. Average racist mentality. What are we turning? Are we turning into racists in this stream now? Have we stooped to that point? I think I've died like 4 times though. If you want to keep a count in the chat. I don't know what the lore is with the Chimera though. Like, I think they might have been aliens. Like, these ones aren't aliens. Like, the ones that we saw flying out in the air, I think are aliens. I sent as you were oh, okay. Alright, so I'd say though we've died 4 times. So I'd say that's where the death count is at. I still haven't died a lot. This isn't like a Souls game. And still, one of those deaths I give like 20% blame to Rex for making me show the creepy perverts. Hey, what's going on, Rias? Welcome to the stream, my dude. Hope you're doing well. Hope your stream went well. How did Evil Within treat you today? Can we say 3 and then put like a quote next to the 4th one to say it's partially Rex's fault? Oh, you thought I was saying we've been racist now 4 times? God, I hope we haven't been racist 4 times within the stream. Hopefully it's only been 1. Low key though, like when you get a lot of these guys like in a section like this, you do kind of gotta be careful. They shred your fucking health. It's 4 death. Oh, god damn it, right? Or god damn it, single player. Come on. Throw me a bone, man. Throw me a bone. Can I like pre-nade the weirdo? Okay, that one went off the map. Alright, we're just killing the weirdo. We're killing the pervert. Is that health? No, it's a oh! It was health! Maybe? The light sword health. This health? No, it's not. I don't know what gave me health. I mean, I guess I ran over a health pack, but... Are we gonna go up top now? I'm not gonna lie, I like the outdoor areas more. I mean, this is cool. I don't know, that's me. Bro, I remember getting further than this in the game when I played it as a kid, but I don't remember this part, like, at all. I really don't.
The Chimeran conversion process is known as the birthing chamber. The
Maybe
cocoons are
birthing.
opened and new chimera are born. In the case of hybrids, a cooling apparatus is fused into their bodies. The Chimeran metabolism is roughly 12 times that of humans. This results in remarkable healing abilities, but also raises their body temperatures significantly. Without the cooling apparatus, the hybrids would overheat and die.
Quickly moves into alien territory. What do you mean, single player? I ain't moving in this place. This town's gone to shit. I'm I want to move out. You know, I don't know. The thing I looked up, bro, I don't think this game's that long. I saw that this game's like 10 to 12 hours. I don't think it is. Low key. Oh, the story. That's good to hear, though, Rias. Everything's going pretty so far, or going good so far. In this game. It definitely feels 2008-ish, if that makes sense. It definitely feels kind of dated, but I'd say I'm having a pretty good time so far. Definitely very nostalgic for me. Definitely very nostalgic. It's running pretty good so far in the emulator, too. Yeah, no red. That's true. So I just get like spores growing inside my body or whatever the fuck. Okay, the birds you could actually shoot, but they didn't do anything.
I've made it out of the camp. The hybrids are on full alert. Looks like you're going to have a fight on your hands.
Uh-oh. I mean, I've been fighting. That's all I know. That's all I do. I never stop fighting. These are really odd place mines, I feel like. Like really odd place mines. I got a few like not mods, but like patch. Oh, we got the shotgun, let's go! That's sick. I got a few like patches for this game, right? So I have an extended FOV, which I'm very happy about because of the Lost in Vivo game I played. I'll have to tell you about my experience with that game tonight when I'm done. And I also have a 60 FPS patch on, so smooth and smooth gameplay. I loved the shotgun in this game. I really did. I think my two favorite things about the Resistance games are the world itself and the weapons. That's probably my two favorite things about the games. Fuck. That was kind of bad. Bitch. Here, bitch, I got something for you. Kablam! Okay, so a one shot from the shotgun and a melee kills him. You gotta remember that. That's some tech, chat. That's some shit you have to remember in boating school. I need health. I like that we're on a pier. I hear my kind. I hear the seagulls. Appreciate the health. I also like that when you pull up the ammo thing in this game, it like actually pauses. I like when games do that. I mean, I understand why they don't do it in every game. What I learned in boating school is... Fuck. Oh, dude, that shotgun pumps oh, you can collat. Oh, shit, I got a hedgehog! They have their own hedgehogs? Shit. Oh, I'm dead. Fuck, dude. Alright, 5 deaths. Throw another one up, single player. 5. Count them 5. That area, I did not take slow. I take full blame for that one. I mean, I guess all of them are full blame, in a way. Except the one where Vex got me killed. Because he wanted to see the pervert. They got Knuckles. Yeah, I got Sonic, they got Knuckles. That's actually really funny. Oh, okay. This, low-key, this is one of like those weird games that I would probably love speedrunning, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I just kind of like how it feels. This is one of those like guilty pleasure games that like I don't actually think is probably objectively a good game, but I kind of love it. I'm not gonna lie. See, that was clean, bro. That was clean. We adapt to the situation around here, chat. And I'm jump shotting fools. Wait, hold on. Wait. Look at this angle, chat. Hold on, I got the cross. I got the cross. I'm such a nerd. I'm actually such a fucking nerd. Like a good nerd. Like the Riddler from the Batman. He's a bad nerd. We don't, like, respect him as a nerd. We don't welcome him. I love the glass breaking. I like that a lot. Reminiscing. What about me doing the cross thing? Bro, actually. I low-key do miss competing. But his glory days are cut, yeah. Actually. I do low-key miss competing, but like, you know. It is what it is. It was kind of my time. And, I mean, if I didn't stop competing, I wouldn't be, you know, streaming, you know, what I am today and kind of, you know, getting to meet you guys and everything and, you know, make content and stream games for y'all. So. You know, something that, like, you know, is kind of a negative to begin with could, you know, open doors for new positives and whatnot. Like, you know, you know, sometimes you close doors and, you know, it opens, like, 3 new ones. Especially something like that. Okay. Looking solid. Ideally, I'd like to get through, like, 1 more level. That'll probably be, like, at the 2-hour mark, I'd imagine. And then we will, look at games on my game list. Ew, 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 ew. Ew, 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 ew. Kill them all. Kill them all. They dead? What the fuck? P-Hub, I'm assuming you're talking about the corn hub. I'm presuming. Low key, like, I mean, okay, this is one of those games where I absolutely have to, acknowledge that I have upped graphics on this, but, like, it doesn't look bad. Like, low key. The aesthetics look nice. Oh, listen, no, that's just the guy who said that his grandma died. Jesus, bro. People have interesting priorities. Dude's grandma died? Eh. Fuck him. Guys, Pornhub got shut down? Oh my gosh, dude, I'm so sorry. The fuck? Is there like a UFO taking off, bro? What the fuck's going on, chat? Granada! Wait, there actually is like ships taking off. That's kind of cool. I remember this section, I think, as a kid actually giving me troubles. Jesus Christ. Nitro's having a fucking panic attack right now. They hit the Pentagon! Nitro, get up! Wake up! They hit Pornhub! Jesus Christ, Nitro. Jesus Christ, single player. That's one way to look at it, but jeez. Ah, for the French. Not for humans? Are you implying the French aren't humans? I'm like a quarter French. Does that mean like I'm a quarter non-human? Just the French, like full-on French. Wait, aren't you fighting the French in this game? You think the Chimera are the French? You think those guys that I'm fighting are the French, Nitro? Oh my gosh, we've turned racist again. Well, okay, we're at 2 racist jokes. Uh oh. They look to Jesus Christ. And there we go. We're at 3. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. That is a lot. That is a lot of Frenchmen. I'm a good French. I might be human. Well, that's good to hear. I hope so. Oh, you're still alive? Not for long. Bro, how many fucking guys are there? God damn. Bro, there's no way these guys, like, there's a whole fucking platoon. I'm running low on ammunition. Xenophobic, what does that mean? Like, I've heard that term before, but I can't, like, actually put a definition to it, I'm not gonna lie. Excuse me. Bro, I had some wing, or not wings, I had Buffalo Wild Wings today. Shit slap. Makes me feel like shit right now, but the shit slap. Oh, okay. So, we're not racist in this stream, we're xenophobic? Is that what I'm learning? Okay. Alright, good to know. I need to know what to tell sponsors and stuff when they're like, you know, wondering what this stream and my viewers have to offer. I need to get the facts right. Alien hater, I guess. Shit. Wait for me! Please wait! I'm coming! I could be both? Okay, yeah, low key. I'll make sure to tell them. God damn it. Shut up! I'm coming. This game's controlled. Why is there a platforming section? Where are you at? Wait, I think. Go work, team.
I was able to make it to the surface and summon a rescue. Flying into the Chimeran territory was always dangerous, but we had to risk it. Hale made it out shortly after. I looked for any further signs of conversion. Fever, nervous movement, paranoia. There was nothing. Just the gold-colored eyes. We flew directly to Manchester. Soldiers had
Going
been
to
trying
Manchester.
to recover the convoy ever since my squad
Cool.
was ambushed. They knew
Rex, did we just fly over
they knew
you?
It was our last hope for defeating the Chimera. I wanted to take Hale back to Northern Command for debriefing. Maybe he could sense I was suspicious.
Absolutely single player,
Joined the
100%.
Manchester squad before
Like, it
I
adds like a
started.
level of motivation and like a level of focus to like finish a game. 100%. Like, granted, I have played games and finished games off stream, but I completely 100%. Welcome back, Nate. Hope you're doing well. How long of a game is this? I'm gonna go on a limb and say like maybe 6 hours. I'm gonna say like a 6-hour game, 6 to 8 maybe. I don't know. It depends. I'm kind of speeding through this shit. I'm not gonna lie. We're on like mission 4 or some shit, but I just played private. I get. That's fair. Single player. That's fair. I agree with that though. Alright. Saw a plane fly over. I hope you waved. Wait, so Rex, you're experiencing this shit right now? Jesus Christ, Nitro. Yeah, we're literally experiencing World War II. This low key is like it kind of is like a World War II. Like I just realized that. Because like the date of the game is like in the 50s. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it takes place in 1950. It's like it's not a retelling of World War II. Like these aren't Nazis or anything, but they're like, you know, it's like kind of in that time period. I think it's gonna be a 2 to 3 I'm gonna say 3. If I had to put a number on it, I'm gonna say 3 to 4. Not 2, probably not 2. I mean, I don't know. Like considering it is an FPS game, maybe I'll just speed through it because you know, like FPS gamer over here. There. Oh, true. Yeah, my fault. Oh, new enemy. Look at that guy. Look at him. He's like evolved. Oh, I think they have the auger weapon. But yeah, I'm gonna say 2 to 4 or 3 to 4. Oh, excuse me. I love the shotgun in this game. I really do. There's a lot of things I do like about this game. We're gonna finish this level, and then we're probably gonna head over to look at some of my all-time favorite games. No gun. Yeah, true. I forgot. England's like they use knives and shit, right? Y'all run around with like machetes. Need more shotgun ammo. I low-key should have tried playing this game on hard. Nah, I would have got mad. FPS games have a horrible way of like introducing difficulty. They just make shit do more damage and you do less. I feel like that's a horrible way to introduce difficulty. I don't know. I have beef with like difficulty settings in games. Most games don't know how to actually implement like good difficulty settings. It really is just make shit spongier. And I think it's stupid. Just have one fucking difficulty setting, man. At that point. But what I'm saying is if it was on hard, I would have died like 5 times. Oh, hello. Kitchen knife. Okay, nice. Oh shit. Ew, it's them. Yeah, probably if the game was on hard, I probably would have died 10 times, like no cap. Crazy y'all haven't evolved to swords yet. Y'all are still on kitchen knife tier. I think I know what the end of this level is. Yeah, I've definitely played this one before. I don't know, maybe I got further than I thought when I was a kid. I know I never beat it as a kid. I definitely did not ever beat this game as a kid. What a nade. What a nade. This is the strat taking out those guys. You just aim at like what a person's foot would be and just spray. Low-key, the mark thing's really cool, but I feel like with how fast the combat is in this game, you don't really use it that much. Things just either die or like you're never in like a position to like actually use it. Because you can just shoot them instead of marking them. I don't know. It's a cool thing though. I still like it. I really want to show you guys the auger. I'm doing my Halo crouching tech. Oh shit. Man, got close. I mean, it's useful in multiplayer, I'll say that. It was very useful in multiplayer. The bullseye was a fucking top tier weapon in multiplayer. S tier, I would say. And maybe A tier. I'm gonna say A tier. Multiplayer made more sense because you were playing against like actual humans that had like, you know, brains, thoughts, and dreams and emotion. Uh-oh. We are low on health, boys. I see health. Let's go. Shit on! There's a telephone booth. Low-key, I need to add Mafia 1 to one of the stream sessions soon. Ew. Low-key, surprisingly, you could still play multiplayer on this game. Like, there's still, like, dedicated servers you can join and, like, play. For this game specifically, not just, like, other, Resistance games. I'm probably not gonna do that, but it's pretty cool. I love that, like, if people love a game so much that... I love when people love a game so much they're willing to keep and go out of their way to keep it alive, like, from an online standpoint. It's always nice to see. Not gonna lie. If you love a multiplayer game, guys, don't be afraid to play it just because it's old. Like, find a server, get some people that love it like you, and, you know, start a community and play it, man. Just because, like, a game is old does not mean that it's obsolete. Trust me, I believe that for literally 90% of Call of Duties that are made. Sure, it's old at this point. That game... Nitro, that game is almost 10 years old at this point. Think about that. It is almost 10 years old. It's 8 years old, I think, right now. There's 100% a secret down here. Hell yeah, brother. Gamer Brain. Yeah, bro, that came out in 2017. Bro, it came out in 2017, right? If it came out in 2017, that shit is 8 years old. That is an old-ass game. Bro, we have the squad! I agree. I hate the argument that it's just nostalgia. Don't worry. I completely understand. Sometimes nostalgia, you have rose-tinted glasses for certain games, but I honestly think that's just an easy excuse to say that, like, or I feel like that's just a cheap way to say that, like, you don't like the older games. Honestly, bro. Like, most of it isn't nostalgia. I truly believe that most of the old games are just better, like, straight up. Most of the old Battlefields are better than the new ones. Most of the old CODs are better than the new ones. Like, and when I say old, bro, like, BO3 is old. BO3 is 9 or 10 years old at this point. That is an old-ass game. It is old. And it is better than majority of the CODs today. I'd say every COD, probably. I swear, that argument's just an easy excuse to just say you don't like old games. Most of the time, it never holds water, bro. And don't get me wrong. This game, I might have rose-tinted glasses for. I mean, I don't know. What are you guys thinking about this game so far? I've been having a good time on it, but I wouldn't say it's, like, all-time great or anything. It's very yellow. This is also this is also the gaming period where everything had a piss filter, basically. I think there's gonna be, like, dog enemies up here. Pretty sure. Welcome back, Rice. Yeah, it's alright. I think at the end of this, the game to me is probably gonna be like a 7 out of 10. That's kind of what's shaping up for me. Oh yeah, it's the dogs. These things scared the fuck out of me as a kid, dude. Golf with your friends. I don't think I have the Golf It game. I know I have Golf with your friends.
The convoy was
Alright, I
stranded on the
think
west side
this
of
is gonna be the
mountain.
last mission we play,
The
and then
site
we're
was
gonna go
guarded
talk
by
about some of my
stalkers,
games.
So the only route in was on foot. A radio
like feet.
message from Hale's squad said they were entering Manchester Cathedral. The cathedral was a field hospital during the war. It was abandoned in a hurry and still had some supplies and ammunition.
Same, I'm excited for it too. That
It
game
was
slipped
also
my
a
mind. I'm
breeding
actually so
ground
hyped
some
for
of
it.
the lower forms of Chimera.
I'm excited for when you eventually pick Black Ops 3 Custom Zombies. That's gonna be fun. Now we have to work that out ahead of time to get everything set up, but I'm actually really hyped for it. Yeah, this is probably gonna be the last level I play. Or that was the last level. Alright. I'll get through this little part and then I'll probably be done. True, Rise could pick it. I don't know, Rise, do you have an idea of what you're gonna pick next? Cough, cough. Oh, that is a lot of levers. Bro, I didn't even shoot him that time, man. You had one, but I forget what it was. Well, I hope you remember. I'm curious what you would have picked. Oh my gosh, we need to play that. 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 I repeat, we need to fucking play that game. Oh shit, they have the auger. They have the auger. I'll play a little bit more. I'll play a little bit more. Bro, chat, this weapon is fucking sick. I love this fucking weapon. This weapon has a unique mechanic where it does more damage with each object that the bullet goes through. It's so good. This weapon was OP in multiplayer, straight OP. It literally just had fucking like FMJ, basically. I don't know why it's not doing that now, but then you can like put up a shield, shoot through the shield, but then I don't think enemies can shoot through it. Yeah, it can't. Okay, we're probably gonna call it here. Loki, we got the auger. It's a nice place to stop, I feel like. Let me get my health, and then we'll get off. Okay, save and quit. Yes, I'm sure. What? The fuck just happened? Check the Discord chat? Sure thing. What the fuck? Where did it save me? Did I just get scammed? Am I tripping? There's no way. Okay, no. Okay. Where did it save me? Okay, so it saved me here. Okay, we're good. We're good. That's fine. I'm not like getting off. Well, some emulators have save states. RPCS3 for some reason. I mean, well, not for some reason, but like. Oh, okay. For some reason though, RPCS3 like has like weird save state issues or something, I guess. Like, I don't know. It's not like as fleshed out as like other emulators. You don't know how to save Web of Shadows? Are you doing it on RPCS3? Because I remember when I played Shattered Dimensions not too long ago, like it just straight up didn't have save states at the time. Give me 1 second. I am gonna have to use the bathroom though. So we're gonna have to take a slight break. Do you still want me to check the Discord chat real quick? Or does that not really matter anymore? Favorite weapon out of all CODs? Fuck, man. That is a tough one. That is a fucking toughie, bro. My go-to answer, for the most part, in like majority of games or majority of for how long I've played COD has always been the M8A1 from BO2. That probably is my favorite weapon in COD ever. Maybe the UMP from MW2, maybe the MP7 from MW3, but I'd say the M8A1. That probably is my favorite weapon, I would say. I know you said when I get back to pull it up, uh, single player, but I pulled it up now. You talking about this thing you sent? The game? Holston? This Loki does look like something I would like. I mean, I don't know if I like the top-down view, like the isometric view a lot. But this is something I'll put on my wish list for sure. I'll end up putting on my wish list 100%. Appreciate you sending me that. But all right, so we are now going to it switches. Oh, it switches. Oh, I didn't know that. But yeah, I hope you're doing well, Sonic. I don't know if I said that. Sorry if I did. Sock Puppet game. Yeah, we need to play that for sure. That'll have to be another whatchamacallit. Oh yeah, bro. Especially in COD, like competitive wise, most people like bursts. To be honest. Yeah, an M8A1, bro. It was such a good weapon. Fucking so satisfying. But okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. But when we get back, I'm basically just going to, as like a little like celebration of getting to 100 subs for like myself and just like for maybe you guys to get to know me a bit more. I'm just gonna go through like a set amount of like my favorite games and just kind of talk about them, just kind of bullshit for a little bit. But I am gonna go to the bathroom real quick, so I'm gonna go. I'll be right back. Quick intermission. I am back. I am here. I had to get a water as well because this probably won't be like a super long thing. I'm not trying to have like a 30-minute discussion. Hey, I'm all ears, single player. Any recommendations you have, I'm down to hear 'em. If you want to put like them in the Discord thing or just put them in here, I'm all about it. Yeah, this isn't gonna be like super long, but I do kind of want to do it. I thought it'd be a cool idea. So we're probably just gonna do top 25, but I'm gonna make a quick adjustment to my top 25. I'm gonna knock out Half-Life for Red Dead. I feel more confident about that being in my top 25, to be honest. Okay. I'll have to write those down. I'll have to come back. Sorry. I'll have to come back and remember those. The Marvel Spider-Man and the Tomb Raider ones, I'm definitely interested in for sure. Uncharted as well. I've never played through an Uncharted game, which is crazy. But okay. Yeah, we'll probably just go through. We're gonna go through 25 to 1. I'm just gonna give like kind of like a quick talk about all of them. Why I like them. And if you guys have any questions about them. But okay, to start this off, we got 25, the first ever Red Dead Redemption. My favorite Rockstar game, I would say. A close second being GTA 5 and GTA 4. I haven't really played other Rockstar games besides that, but this game I absolutely adored as a kid. I sunk so many hours in. This is one of the few. As a kid, I had like a weird attention span issue, where I didn't finish a lot of games. I really didn't. This is one of the games where I did finish from start to finish, and it probably has one of my favorite stories in gaming ever. I don't think it's my absolute favorite story in gaming, but I do think that it is one of my favorite stories in gaming for sure. The story of John Marston and his kind of redemption arc of going through and, you know, eventually killing the people that betrayed him, and then him getting betrayed at the very end, and that iconic scene of him getting shot down and whatnot at the very end, will always be etched into my brain, man. Like, absolutely. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna do something. Maybe make this a bit more interesting. I'm gonna pull up on my second monitor, like, video, and, like, bring it over to, like, show. So, like, there's, like, shit in the background that's playing. I feel like that'd probably be a bit more interesting. But, but yeah, Red Dead 1, for me, probably has one of the most, or one of my favorite stories in gaming, like, ever. Going through, you know, I think it's Texas, right? It's Texas? Texas, like, New Mexico, and then end up going into Mexico, like, actually. I personally like this game a lot more for the story than, like, the other GTAs. I feel like they did a good job of kind of creating that Western. It is, like, I mean, I haven't played many Western games, but this probably is, like, the ultimate Western experience that I've played. It's just a fucking journey, man, honestly. It feels like you're playing through a movie most of the time. I feel like they did a pretty good job of making it very cinematic and everything. And very memorable. This game is absolutely fucking memorable with its set pieces and some of its parts. Alright, no problem, Rex. Appreciate you being here, man. I'll see you tomorrow. Hope you have a good night, though, man. Or, I guess, a good day. But, Red Dead was amazing. Also, and then not even I haven't even talked about the multiplayer yet. This is one of those games where I absolutely fucking adored the multiplayer. Like every aspect of it, man. Like the free roam and like kind of creating like your own posse with like people you meet or like your friends. Coming up with like your own kind of like challenges and whatnot. This is kind of a funny story. And I'm not saying like I came up with the idea of this, but like when I was younger, I didn't know what like the Hunger Games was or anything like that. I never knew about the books and like the movies weren't even out yet. But me and my friends actually used to play like our own Hunger Games while we were playing this. Like we would start in like a town and basically say like, okay, nobody open up your HUD, or you could turn off like your HUD or something, and okay, find us, like, you know, like try and find us, and whoever's the last one alive wins. Honestly, so much fun had in multiplayer. You even had like team deathmatch modes and stuff. You literally had like Call of Duty modes within this on multiplayer. And then another challenge, another like created challenge that me and my friends would do is try and kill like the bears in like the snowy mountains. That shit was super memorable. That area low key, like at night, is like kind of spooky. Like honestly, like you can just get jumped by a bear like any fucking second. And then the undead zombie mode in this game is absolute fucking peak. One of my favorite zombie modes like in a game ever. The undead mode is one of the best DLCs in a game, period. I think definitely adds a lot to Red Dead. But you know, Red Dead absolutely deserves to be in my top 25. One day I'm gonna replay this game. I don't think it would have I don't think it would have a problem about holding up at all. I feel like this game would hold up really well. But, yeah, that game, absolutely, in my top 25. For sure. Ooh, Little Big Planet, bro. Okay. Little Big Planet, I have a strong passion for. And I don't do this for a lot of games, but this is one of the games where I'm making an exception. When I say Little Big Planet, I mean, like, the whole... Got a remaster? Wait, what game? Oh, Red Dead? Yeah, Red Dead got like a remaster. They got like re-released on PC. Yeah, I'll have to replay it. Or I'll have to play through it. Little Big Planet, dude, is a game I have a strong, passionate opinion of. I honestly believe it's a game that was ahead of its time for certain things. Basically, what Little Big Planet is just a creative platform for kids to express themselves in their imagination. And not just kids, but obviously, you know, it's definitely marketed towards kids more than anything. I honestly think it was ahead of its time with some of like, its community aspects. This game was all about community and all about kind of expressing yourself and, you know, being creative, creating your own levels and, you know, essentially art and publishing it. I think its community aspect, if it was done like today, I think would have been very successful. I'm not gonna lie. Another aspect about Little Big Planet that I feel like it might come off as kind of cheesy, but I truly do believe it's kind of needed in like today's world. Bro, this game just was pure positivity. Like honestly, this game when you played it, it wanted like the best out of you. Whenever you would play this game, it would just try and like invoke this like positivity within you, and like with the community around you and everything. And obviously, like this game had bad apples. Don't worry. When I trust me, I knew some of the bad apples in this game. It's not that there weren't like bad people in this game, but just kind of like the overall like kind of culture that this game like tried to create, I think is missing in kind of today's gaming space. I mean, like this game is like built around like positivity and like community creations and just like, you know, sharing your art basically with other people and, you know, giving thoughts about it with others. And to be honest, I feel like a game like this like is kind of needed in like today's space. Like we don't really have something like this, I feel like, in gaming now. Like something that is like a very like, because don't get me wrong, like literally the online aspect is literally what this game like. This game without online and without the community is like it's a very basic black platformer that's like okay. What makes this game a 10 out of 10 for me is like the ambition of creating like the entire game is built around community. And I feel like that's a especially back in like 2008 on PS3. I don't know. I feel like that's a hard thing to do. I feel like that was a hard thing to do, but like it worked. I'm sorry. I'm sad that Little Big Planet is kind of like a dead franchise now. And that the most recent thing they've done with Little Big Planet is the Sackboy game, which wasn't even like a true Little Big Planet experience. Little Big Planet is always and forever will be about its community, and the Sackboy game didn't really have that. It kind of more focused on, like an actual single player aspect, which it probably was more fun than like any of the campaigns in this. But that's not what made Little Big Planet. What made Little Big Planet was the whole community aspect, and for me, I absolutely just loved it, man. Like, coming up with an idea, being like a 12-year-old, and being able to, you know, be able to come up with an idea and try my absolute hardest to make it into a level or make it into like a costume or like an item or something, and then being able to share it with friends, and then have your friends come into the level and you can like theory craft like levels and stuff, and like play challenge levels. I mean, like, again, don't get me wrong, like there were some bad people on this game, like for sure, like some rude people, but like this game, I have like so many fond memories of playing with people just because of like kind of how positive of an experience it is. So yeah, I think this game is kind of ahead of its time, and I think low-key is like a much-needed game in like today's gaming space, in my opinion. But yeah, definitely a game I have a lot of memories of. Smite. Smite. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't feel like I have a lot to say about Smite. I'll bring up like a World Championship game. Fuck it, why not? Honestly, it's just one of my favorite fucking multiplayer games, like, ever. I know it's not like... I know it's like a... It's not like a common opinion. I feel like, you know, most people would obviously rather play, like, you know, League or Dota, or, like, in this genre, but I don't know, for me, this was, like, my first, like... It was my first MOBA, and it was the one that actually, like, hooked me. Like, I've tried playing League before, and it doesn't hook me. I don't know if it's the perspective of Smite, or like how you use the abilities and how you aim with the characters that just makes me more invested. But I don't know, I just seriously love this game. It's probably one of the multiplayer games I have the most hours in, if you count console and PC. But honestly, I don't know. I know like a lot of people have issues with this game that are warranted and are fair. But for me, I don't know, I love it through its flaws. I think it's a lot of fun. I've played it through so many different iterations. And and this doesn't include Smite 2, just because like Smite 2 is a very different game. And honestly, like Smite 2, from like what I've played of it, didn't hook me yet. Like I haven't really given it a fair shot, but I don't really have like a good opinion on Smite 2. I have like heard a lot of good things about it recently, but this is like, just specifically Smite 1. But yeah, I don't know. It's my favorite MOBA by a mile. It's one of my favorite multiplayer games of all time, and I just absolutely love like the player expression and the kind of creativity you can do with your builds, and the idea of having like different mythologies be like the playable characters and everything. I think it's a really cool idea, and I feel like it is created a lot of like unique and fun gods to play as, for sure. But yeah, no, it's just one of my favorite multiplayer games just of all time. Period. Just a lot of fun. MW3, man, back-to-back some of my favorite multiplayer games of all time. MW3, this is one of the era, or this is still in the era of COD, where I enjoy the multiplayer and the single player like coexisting. So I have the multiplayer and the single player to talk about. This being kind of like the climax of the Modern Warfare like franchise, like its story from COD 4 to MW2 to this. It's probably my least favorite from like a story aspect of those three games, but I think still like it like continuing that story and like seeing where it went and everything, and like kind of the climax of it all, I think was great. I think it has some great portions of it in the in the single player for sure. So this is the multiplayer section of the favorite game. The gameplay I'm showing is the multiplayer, yeah. I mean, I'm just kind of like talking about it like in general, but this is the multiplayer I'm showing. What's going on, Rob? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. God, you're handsome. Right back at you, buddy. Right back at you. But God, man, the multiplayer I have so much more to say about. This is absolutely one of my most played video games ever from a multiplayer aspect. No, this is games as a whole. This is like not just multiplayer. Like Red Dead wasn't just multiplayer, like Little Big Planet. Well, I guess Little Big Planet was multiplayer, but like PvP. It just so happens that the first 4 games had multiplayer in them. This is just favorite games, period. Like no, like multiplayer, single player, everything taken into consideration. But this game is by far one of my most played multiplayer games ever. I think around this time, it took what MW2 did and made it a more polished multiplayer experience. I don't prefer it over MW2, but I absolutely think it is a 10 out of 10 game, taking into consideration the multiplayer and the single player. I think content-wise, it has, for the time, I think it's kind of ahead of its time with how much content is in the game for a multiplayer title. I think it has some of the best maps in COD history. I think it has some of the most fun guns. I love a lot of the multiplayer systems in this game, with the whole specialist bonus, the proficiency you can put in your gun and everything. It's just, it's all-time favorite game for me. I've met so many people in this game. To this day, I still know a lot of them. Well, no, actually not a lot of them. I know like one of them. I know Twist. I know this is Twist's favorite COD of all time, and I completely understand why. Face Off is one of the most underrated and underappreciated things from this game. Yeah, it's just, it's more of like my favorite call. It's more of like classic COD. So this is a pretty cool game. Oh, Twist. This is a solid game for sure. Used to grind survival too. That's an underrated aspect of this game as well. We go from this is a cool game to I used to hate this game. Low-key, it did kind of have a lot of hate when it came out. I think unjustified, personally. I think this game is a lot. I think this game is a more well put together game than the original MW2. But personally, I just like MW2 more. But I think this game was really well balanced. I think it was really well made. You stuck the. I did that from time to time as well. I skip, believe it or not. I'm gonna be called like a fraud for this. I did that with BO2 for a little bit. BO2 didn't jive with me as much as I thought it would, so I played a lot of MW3. All right, yep, there it is. Send them in. Send in the frauds. I know. I'm a fraud gamer. I did eventually end up going back to BO2, but initially I did not like it. But yeah. Did that too. I don't know. I feel like that used to happen a lot with the older CODs. I mean, mainly because they were so good. You know, like they were all 10 out of 10s, I feel like, personally. Like COD 4 to BO2, I feel like we're all 10 out of 10s. But yeah, the MW3, one of my favorite multiplayer experiences ever. Met a lot of friends through this. Twist being one that I still talk to today, obviously, and just overall, just a well put together game, man. It's just really fun. Getting a Moab in this game is one of the most satisfying things in a game, fucking period, dude. The original Silent Hill 2. I won't say too much about this game because, as you can see, the remake is a lot higher. So I'll have more to talk about for that. I'll give like a slight explanation about the OG one because obviously I played it first. The OG Silent Hill 2, I think, is one of the most unique gaming experiences I had at the time when I played it. I think its delivery. Hey, what's going on, Super Gamer? Hope you're doing well. I think its delivery, its atmosphere, and its overall vibe is a must-play. Or if you are in any way, you hate COD for same, man, fucking same. Devs need to step off of community projects. So many game devs have been doing that for different games recently. But if you are someone at all that enjoys the horror genre at all, you need to play Silent Hill 2. it has, and I will stand by this. So this is the remake and the original because it doesn't change. I think Silent Hill 2 is the best story told in gaming, like period, within the medium. Like I think Silent Hill 2's story is and its narrative is so well done. I think it is, for me, it's the greatest story I've ever experienced in a game, for sure. The last thing I'll say about like the PS2 version is low key, like the aesthetic of it being on the PS2
Are you okay?
adds a lot to it.
Yeah.
Like again, I think the remake is a better game overall. I mean that's fair single player. I don't know, to me, I think the layers and the depth of the story is what did it for me. This game just has so much depth and layer to it when it comes to its story. And diving into the mind of James and just like every character in Silent Hill. For me, it did it. For me, whatever, and I don't know. For me personally, like, I think just a combination of it being like a psychological horror game and it being like a game. It's a game that tackles topics that you don't see nowadays in gaming, bro. Games do not tackle like the kind of topics and like the delivery that Silent Hill 2 did it in, and I think that also is a reason why I have it so high. It's a very unique game for the time. And I think it holds up really well. Obviously, the controls are kind of but you know, like you know, it is what it is with a game from early 2000s using tank controls. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that right in the mic. If you watched it and didn't play it, I could understand that 100%. For me personally, playing it, like experiencing that story and going through it as James, and seeing the layers unfold like a fucking onion. I don't know. It's something that stuck with me for a long time. And for me, this is one of those games, the longer it sits with you, the more you appreciate it, and the more it climbed up on the rankings for me. Like, this game stuck with me for weeks after beating it. Fucking weeks, dude. And every day I was like, fuck, dude. That game hit me hard. It's a sad game. For sure, but I truly believe it's one of the best stories ever told in gaming. Like, just straight up. Okay, Kingdom Hearts 1. If Rice is still here, he's gonna like this. Yeah, sometimes games just need to sit with you a little bit longer, you know what I mean? To like appreciate something of their story. I don't know. I highly recommend playing Silent Hill 2. I'd recommend playing both the original and the remake. I do think the remake's better. And it's a more modern experience. Alright. Kingdom Hearts 1, man. Holy shit. I'm gonna mute this, because we're definitely gonna get... I mean, we already might have gotten copyright, I don't know. But this game, to me, is just ultimate fucking charm. It's seriously, that's my biggest compliment of this game. It is ultimate charm and just ultimate vibes. It's just a good feeling game to play. And I heard a lot of bad things. Well, I did play like the remastered version, I guess. So like some of like the issues might have been fixed with like the controls. But I think this game holds up a lot really well. And I just think it's a very charming and just good game to go through. Like playing through it, I just couldn't help but just kind of being happy with the game, like overall. Just always having a good attitude while playing it. Oh, dude, the fucking soundtrack, the music of Kingdom Hearts, it's some of my favorite soundtracks in gaming. Period. Like straight up, the soundtracks are so fucking memorable. I think the story is very charming and very heartwarming. It being a story about kind of like hope, friendship, like love, like not giving up on the people around you and everything. Like, it's just a very heartwarming game to play through. And I personally love the fucking combat. I think the combat is extremely addictive. And once you get like into the game and once you play it a lot, is emo Mickey real? That meme of him? I don't know what you're talking about. Is there a meme of emo Mickey? Is that like a thing? So like this. This is from Cage too, if this is what you're talking about. But No, KH1. I played it for the first time like a year ago or a year and a half ago, and I loved it, man. It's just so charming to play through. I could definitely understand like Rias having this as his favorite game of all time. Like if he played it when he was a kid, like something like this sticky with him, especially if if you're like a Disney person. I'm not really a Disney guy, so this doesn't really. It didn't really like. I know like I knew like a bunch of the characters and stuff, but like I wasn't really attached to Disney movies as a kid, and I could definitely see if you were attached to Disney movies as a kid, like why this would like stick with you so much. Um, I think Cage. I like KH2 a lot more, but KH1 has a lot of good bosses, man. It really does. It definitely has a lot of memorable fights for sure. Not all of them being the best, but I'm trying to think of like what my favorite ones would be. Riku, the one Riku fight where he's like a fucking half consumed by the darkness is really good. It's really challenging, but I think it's a really well made fight. But my ultimate compliment of this game is just it's charming, man. Its charm holds up to this day. I think it's just a fun game to play through for the first time. I feel like it's hard to go through this game and not be kind of happy and not kind of have a smile on your face. Yeah, that's what we pulled up, Rice. That was the picture I showed. But I think it's hard to not go through this game and kind of like be happy while playing it. And I definitely think like playing through this game as a kid, you probably like there's probably a lot of like life lessons, maybe not life lessons, but kind of like morals you could pick up from it and everything, with like kind of its themes and whatnot. But no, definitely a 10 out of 10 game. Um, ultimate charm, some of the best soundtrack in gaming, and honestly, one of like the most unique concepts for a game, like period. Like taking Final Fantasy characters, taking Disney characters and kind of creating its own world and everything, like surrounding it. Truly, I think truly one of the most unique like deliveries of a game like fucking ever. Period. Yeah, definitely a 10 out of 10. All right. Dark Souls 1. Played this for the first time recently, like maybe within a year, I think it was. I'm gonna have to go through this shit. Yeah, there's Final Fantasy characters in the game. Leon, not Leon, Squall or whatever the fuck his name is. I think it's the same dude. Cloud's in it. Tifa, I think. I don't know a lot. I don't know the names of the Final Fantasy characters. I just know there's a shit ton of Final Fantasy characters. Aerith, I think her name is in Final Fantasy. Um, kind of after Kingdom Hearts 2, though, from my understanding, they stopped kind of doing the Final Fantasy thing. But KH1 had a lot of Final Fantasy characters, so it was like a combination of KH1, or it was a combination of Final Fantasy and Disney. And I think that was like another thing that added to a lot of the charm, especially if you were a Final Fantasy fan. I highly recommend it for sure. I mean, just for like the soundtrack and its charm alone, and I do think it has like good gameplay that holds up. Just know it's never the final one. Is that like a reference to something? But Dark Souls 1. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start making these little explanations a little bit shorter. I can fucking tell. My throat's starting to hurt. What were you saying then? Or what did you mean by that? Single player? Dark Souls 1 I played for the first time like a year and a half ago, like a year ago. And I was thinking that after playing through like games like Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3 and well, actually I didn't play through Elden Ring at the time, but DS2, that maybe this game would hold up for me. And in certain aspects it doesn't. 100%. Never the Final Fantasy game. True, true. Yeah, bad marketing on their part. But in some aspects it absolutely doesn't hold up. The later portion of the game, like the last like 30-40% of the game, is like quite literally an unfinished mess with fucking horrible bosses and horrible lazy level design. But for me personally, the positive of the game outweigh that negative so much that I still consider this game one of my favorites of all time. And similar to like the Silent Hill games, I think I just love the Souls kind of blueprint so much. Um, I think some of my biggest compliments about this game is the level design is still so impressive to this day. Um, when would I have played it? Like 14 years after this game came out, 13 years after this game came out. Its level design is still impressive. 100%. Like its interconnected levels and everything, like still impressed me and still gave me like those shocking moments, even though I knew that they were coming up. It was still so impressive that this world is so connected and how you can traverse it. I think this game has a charm and its environments are so unique compared to other Souls games. Um, DS3 to me had like very dull colors. This game has like some areas it has dull colors, but like for the most part, this game has very vibrant and memorable areas with like its color palette and everything. It's like overall art design. um, I mean, you have like Anor Londo is so fucking memorable. I mean, like literally, Firelink is so memorable. Some of the wood areas with like its color palette is very memorable. um, I do think this game has some weak bosses for the most part, but it also has some fucking peak bosses. ONS, Artorias, Manus, Sif is very memorable as like a lore boss. Sorry, but yeah, no, I think this game holds up really well. Um, even to this day, I think its level design is absolute fucking peak. Within the gaming space, and something about this game's aesthetic just does it for me. And it just being a Souls game, like automatically gives it points. Counter Strike, shit, dude. Hold on. Alright, I just want to give my voice maybe a bit of a rest. CS:GO, man. CS:GO, CS2. Uh, ultimate multiplayer experience for me, like quick and simple. I think it is one of the most satisfying games to be good at and to get good at and to feel yourself get better. Um, I think it has some of like the best gunplay I've ever experienced in a game, with how precise and how much of a ceiling there is to its skill gap. Um, I've played this game, bro, since I was like 14. Like I've played this game for a long fucking time in my life. It is one of my most played multiplayer games, if not one of my most played games of all time. Um, I think it's just the most well-made FPS ever. Like honestly, I think it is the greatest FPS ever made. It's not my personal one, but I do think it is one of the greatest FPS games ever made. I think its mechanics are fucking super tight. I think the skill ceiling and how you improve in this game is super addictive. And I don't know, I just think it's hard to. I mean, don't get me wrong, I can understand why people might not like this game, but for me, it's just like this is probably one of my most satisfying. This is probably one of the games that's the most satisfying to improve at for me. Like feeling myself improve and feeling myself having a good day on this game is so satisfying and is one of the best feelings in like a multiplayer game for me, like period. Everything is so smooth. There's not like a lot of cheese to the game. Like for me, Valorant just has a lot of bullshit to it that just takes away from the purity of the FPS of it. So that's why I don't prefer it as much to CS:GO or CS2. And yeah, I don't know. It's an ultimate multiplayer experience for me. I think it's one of the I think it's one of the most well-made FPS games ever. Fallout 3. Damn, we have a lot. We have a lot more to go through. I might stop at one point. My fucking voice, man. I think for me it just depends on it, Nitro. I don't know. I think Fallout. I think Valorant has some ults that I think are just like it takes away from. See, that's what I'm saying. Like maybe as a viewer, Valorant is a bit more fun. But playing it, bro, dude, there's nothing more frustrating than like. Yeah, I don't think I have any, unfortunately. Actually, I think I do. After Fallout 3, I'm gonna go grab some. Playing it, like, there's nothing more frustrating than like a team having like a jet in a chamber and like they lose like a fucking crucial round within the game where their economy gets shot, but they're still in the fucking game because they just have a fucking OP op and one-shot knives. Like, obviously, you still have to hit the shots and everything. Or, God forbid, like, you get a fucking raise that just gets a fucking 2 or 3 piece of their fucking rocket. Ask some for my birthday. For me, Valorant just has a lot of cheesy things in it that just make me not like it as much. And its gunplay is just worse. It's just objectively fucking worse. It doesn't have first bullet accuracy. So your fucking first bullet can fucking move like a fucking millimeter compared to the bullet you just fired. The spray pattern isn't always accurate. Once you get past like half your magazine, it just becomes fucking random. Like quite literally. And to me, I just don't like that. It takes away from the skill ceiling of the game. I like Valorant. It's fun. But it's not... I just don't think it's better than CS. I think it's fun to play. I think CS is just a better game overall. But Fallout 3. I love Fallout. I'm gonna be honest. I absolutely just fucking love Fallout. New Vegas and Fallout 3. I just love the gameplay loop of the Fallout series. I think Fallout has some of the best side quests in gaming ever. For me, Fallout 3, what the highlight is of Fallout 3, for me personally, is its atmosphere. I think it has a better overall atmosphere than Fallout New Vegas. I think it captures like the hopelessness of a wasteland a lot better than New Vegas. It makes that a lot more memorable. I think the main story of Fallout 3 is also very memorable. Basically trying to save the wasteland with getting purified water and everything, and having that very memorable opening of you being a baby and growing up and having your dad basically abandon you, but it's for a good reason, and the whole quest is you just trying to find him, and you're being an 18-year-old kid and everything, so it makes sense how you might fall into like being a bad karma or like a good karma. But it has extremely memorable quests. I think just the overall gameplay loop of... Can we get to an area with some fucking light? There we go. I think the gameplay loop for me is very satisfying to go through, to kind of make your own choices and have choices matter and everything, and how your experience can differ from other people's and whatnot. I just think the gameplay loop of the Fallout games is just really good, and I think this game, it being before New Vegas, obviously it has some rough edges and whatnot, but I still think it's really well made. I love it a lot, and I do think the atmosphere of it is one of the most satisfying and one of the best things about it, for sure. I'm gonna go grab a cough drop real quick, and then I'll be back. So, BRB. I'm back. I got one of my favorite cough drops. It's called Honeys. I like honeys. This one has no medicine in it, but honey like helps your throat, obviously. So that's kind of why I'm using it at the moment. But um, Fallout 1 is better. Halls or balls. I don't like the taste of the Halls ones. These, bro, they're just honey. They taste good. And they work. Fallout 1. One day I'd want to play through Fallout 1. Fallout 4 didn't do it for me. I don't know why. I think it's just I didn't like the aesthetic of Fallout 4. I didn't like how the guns looked. That's fair, it being your first one. I didn't like how the guns looked, like the pipe weapons and shit. I didn't like the story a lot, but alright, on to Mafia 2. This is another game when I was a kid. Again, I had a problem when I was a kid that I wouldn't beat games. I'd drop them and lose interest in them. Very quickly. This is not one of those cases. I think this game, to a lot of people, might be like a generic third-person shooter kind of game. To me, I really do look at this game as one of the best stories I've ever played in a game. I think, they kind of captured the vibe of being like a mob member and being like, you know, in the mafia really well. I think that playing as a kid, it really did feel like I was playing through a movie, which is, you know, obviously when you're playing like a single player game like this, that is kind of like the goal of a game like this and to be invested in. It honestly is just one of the most memorable stories for me as a kid. Like the layers to this game. You've been the mafia, how you know? Yeah, that's you caught me. The Irish mob. But no, the layers to this game's story, the the twists and turns within it. And honestly, bro, the combat isn't bad. Like, sure, it's weak, but like it's not horrible. It's satisfying to use these guns. I love this game as a kid though. Definitely one of my favorite single player games I ever played. Well, it only has single player. It just has such a memorable story, such memorable characters. And just honestly, like, I'm so happy I played it when I did. I remember playing the demo for this game. When PlayStation 3 had like demos you could play just, you know, on the PlayStation Store. And immediately off that demo, I knew I would love this game. I couldn't wait for it to come out when it eventually did. Absolutely loved it. Honestly, just biggest compliment is just it. I think it's one of the best story, like single player story games like ever made. And it has, I think, extremely memorable characters and overall like great narrative. To it. Ocarina of Time, dude. Played this on stream very recently. I'm gonna keep this one brief. Oh, really? That's interesting. Yeah, I really loved the demo. Demo was a lot of fun. I'm gonna keep this one brief. But, just straight up, this being the first ever N64 game I played, and the first 3D Zelda game ever, I don't know. I was curious going in if it would hold up to the hype that is surrounding this game, and like the overall like opinion of this game being like the GOAT. And it's not the GOAT for me, but I completely understand. Especially playing this as a kid, I would completely understand. This game, to this day, I think has some of the best pacing, level, and puzzle design in gaming like ever. The level and puzzle design of this game surprised me so fucking much, dude. How much it allowed the player to figure out the trying to think what I want to say. It really tested the player's like knowledge of the game, like a lot. It didn't hold your hand. It threw a puzzle at you, and most of the time it required like something like equipment or some kind of like utility you have, and it really tests the player's knowledge throughout the game. Like yeah, there's some sections that aren't the best. The water temple's alright. But for me overall, like this game, its pacing and level design it was just fucking perfect. And then like the overall aesthetic and the world of this game, they did a really good job with the world building as well. That's a big compliment I have of the game. Is I think going through the world of Ocarina of Time was really memorable for me. And yeah, I don't know. Just biggest compliments about the game, playing it like in 2024. I think I played, or no, 2025. I think so, 2025. And it coming out in what, 1998. Its level design and level design and puzzles and its overall pacing, man, it's better than so many of the games that have come out today. Like, they did such a good job with how they created the puzzles, and making you like addicted to them as well. Not addicted to them, but the overall enjoyment of them. And honestly, I thought this game would maybe control it kind of clunky. I really didn't mind it. I played it on like an N64 controller, and it worked really well. But I can definitely understand why a lot of people consider this the greatest game ever made. Not for me, but for a level design perspective, I completely understand. For sure. Kingdom Hearts 2. My personal favorite Kingdom Hearts. And honestly, it just kind of comes down to a simple answer. I just found the gameplay so much more fun than KH1. I didn't mind the gameplay of KH1. It's not that I didn't like it. I just loved the combat more in KH2. I think it flowed a lot better. I think it was a lot smoother of an experience and less clunky. And I love the kind of player freedom you got from this game. You could kind of like, you couldn't make like builds, but like you could kind of pick and choose like what you want kind of sword to do, like ability wise and like attacks. So you can kind of make like pseudo builds in this game. And kind of have like your own approach to certain areas and whatnot, own strategies and everything. And then also, the bosses in this game were so much better than KH1 in my opinion. There were a lot more kind of like, I feel like they took their time, a lot more bosses in this game, and made them a lot more memorable. And dude, fighting the organization members in this game, dude, some of those fights are just so well fucking done, man. They're honestly like there's some fights in this game that I consider like some of my favorite like boss fights in gaming, like period. It just has everything I liked about KH1. Its charm, its characters, its kind of themes and tropes, everything. And I know people complain about how this is where like the story kind of like lost them and it kind of got a little like too much. I liked it, bro. I like the introduction of Organization 13. I like how in-depth they got with it. And I just liked how they went with, like, the direction they went with this game. But, like, simple answer, the combat is just so much more enjoyable in this game, in my opinion. And it makes for a lot more fun of a game to go through. And the bosses are just such an improvement. And it is just, it's more of KH1, in my opinion, but just more refined. So, my opinion on that. Dishonored. Probably the most recent game I'm going to be talking about that I played on stream. And again, for me, biggest compliment of the game, player freedom. Just straight up. This game has ultimate player freedom. It allows you to be as creative or non-creative as you want to be. You can approach this game in so many fucking different ways, with so many different strategies to go through that whatchamacallit, What do you mean cap? That's cap. You are only limited in this game by your creativity and your imagination. There's quite literally so many different approaches to each level that you can get in this game. Each level, there are so many different paths and routes and ways you could play this game. Punishment if I kill people? I mean, like, there's like a limit to people you can kill. Like, you can kill people. Well, that's kind of like the theme of the game. You could kill some people. It's not like if you killed one person, like you were. It's not like if you killed one person, you were fucked. If you went like on a massacre, then yeah, you get the bad ending. But that's kind of like what the story of the game is trying to represent to you. It's what would you do if you had ultimate godlike powers? Because that's what you are in this game. You are a god to men in this game. Like Corvo is quite literally a god. So you kind of like, in my opinion, you do kind of have to play this game in like the mind of Corvo. And that's kind of what I did. I killed when I needed to, but I tried to avoid it at all costs. And I mean, to be honest, like a lot of the ways that you choke people out, just you would end up just like, you know, is the same like kind of thing as killing them. But even that though, it adds to like replayability because you could go through the game and do like a completely bad chaos run. Whack, I'll see because I ain't hooked yet. Oh, you watch something? Okay. I mean, I don't know. For me, like the way I played it, like obviously, like this would maybe turn people off, but like I kind of played it in the mind of Corvo, and I don't know, that kind of made me enjoy it more, and not really think about like the whole like me being punished for killing people. And again, like I killed people. I mean, you could have levels where you kind of had the bad chaos ending, but you could still get the ending at the end. I mean, like, obviously, I don't think it's, like, a perfect game, but I mean, I don't know, I do, there's not a lot of bad things I can say about this game, to be honest. Like, I'm trying to think of some, and there probably were, like, when I did play it that I didn't particularly like, but for me, the reason why this game is so high is just the ultimate player freedom of how you can approach these levels. Bro, there are so many little interactions, and Easter eggs, and secrets within this, and every level has like 5 to like 6 different fucking paths you could take, man. Like seriously, sure. At the end of the day, it is just a high chaos or low chaos, but it is so much more than that. Like so much more. The tools and equipment you get in order to like go through these levels, man. And it's the fucking world. The world of Dishonored is so fucking memorable, with the characters, the like overall world building, the story going into it. The twist at the end of the game. I really do think it's one of the best stealth games I've ever played, if not the best stealth game. This game seriously impressed me, I'm not gonna lie. It really did. Like, I guess you could, like, it also comes down to, like, level design as well. I mean, I've only played through it one time. Like, I haven't experienced the bad ending or not, but, like, going through the game, you could see how many ways you could approach it. Like, I've watched videos about like the other endings and like the other approaches to the game. But even playing through it, you can fucking tell, like, you could see like the routes you could have taken. You could see the options the game gives you. Your stream is blind? What do you mean? Oh yeah, Dishonored, yeah, that was my first ever time playing through it. Literally first ever time. I had no prior experience of it before that. Next up we got Dark Souls 3. I'm gonna show what I think is one of the greatest bosses just in gaming period as the gameplay of this. While I talk about Dark Souls 3. I think Dark Souls 3, low key, is probably one of the best, like, is one of the most consistent experiences in gaming, like, period. This game's quality never really dips, I feel like. I mean, like, sure, there's bad parts, you know, like, the fucking diarrhea tree isn't the best. And yeah, sure, this game doesn't, like, rewrite, you know, the formula of Souls. It doesn't really, like, I feel like games like Bloodborne, DS1, DS2 kind of, like, tried to innovate on certain things, even if they were small. I feel like they did try to do something different. I think DS3 was just DS3 didn't need to innovate. Like, this is the kind of product FromSoft can make when they just want to fucking batten down the hatches and make a fucking great quality experience, like, throughout the entire game. I think this game, like, the lowest this game, like, drops in quality is like an 8. Like, it's the most consistent experience of a FromSoft game, in my opinion. It has some of the best bosses in FromSoft history. Gale being one of them, Soul Ascender, Nameless King, Sister Freed, Abyss Watchers. I mean, like, the fact that I just named, like, fucking, I don't know, like, 5 of those, like, off the top of my head, bro. What's going on, Sonic? What do you mean, what the hell? I just think DS3 is just an overall, like, it's such a well-made experience for, like, a FromSoft game. Like, sometimes, like, with the innovation, like, say, like, DS1, right? I feel like they spent so much time on, like, the first half of the game that they didn't give themselves enough time to kind of finish the end. And I feel like DS3, they kind of wanted to right that wrong, because obviously Miyazaki didn't make 2. I feel like he kind of wanted to right the wrong of, like, the experience of DS1 and make the experience of DS3 just, like, kind of overall consistent experience. Oh yeah, DS3 is beautiful. Don't get me wrong, especially this area, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, the Gale boss fight, it has one of the best cases for the best boss in the Soul series, like, straight up, like, honestly. DS3 is a very beautiful game. I do think there's parts where it's very dull. I don't necessarily like its color palette, but there's parts like this where the game is just fucking beautiful aesthetically. I love a lot of the weapons in this game. The combat feels very smooth in this game. It doesn't feel clunky. It doesn't feel weird. It's not like DS2 where it's like kind of like weird hitboxes or the whole ADP thing. And DS1 obviously is very, like, it's kind of clunky. It's kind of like the time it was made. Kind of looks like Arkham Knight. It was kind of, I think it was made around the same time as Arkham Knight, a similar time period. But DS3 is probably the second game I'd recommend to people for a FromSoft experience. I just think it's the best overall experience for, like, the Souls games, like, not Elden Ring. I just think it's super consistent, and that's what makes it so impressive. Has some of the best boss quality in the franchise, period. And also, just for me personally, a game that I've replayed so many fucking times. I have so many great memories of people in this game. With so many friends, Rias, Justice, Donnie. I mean, so many great times playing this game. Ah, fuck. Talking about games, there's a lot. Good thing I didn't do more than 25. BO1. Let's look at some BO1. Second favorite Call of Duty. Probably, yeah, I'd say my most complete, like, in my opinion, it's the Call of Duty that I think is the most complete for me as, like, a package. I absolutely love its single player. I think it is one of the most memorable single players Call of Duty's ever done. Can you still play Black Ops 1? Yeah. You could play it on PC with Plutonium, which is like a third-party thing. But BO1, the single player, I think is one of the best in COD history. I think it's very memorable and very unique. It is kind of Michael Bay, but that's kind of Call of Duty in a nutshell. It's zombies. It's very bare bones, but that's what I like about zombies. I personally don't like the super complex shit. Just let me go to high rounds. You know what I mean? I don't need to fucking do a whole side quest in zombies, man. Personally, that's just not for me. There's still 700 players on PS3. That's surprising. I did not know that. And then the multiplayer, man. I think it's one of the best multiplayer CODs ever put out. I think the content in this game and the features, bro. There's features in this game that just aren't even in like new CODs. I think this game was just really impressive for the time. A lot of content. Dark Souls 3. Oh yeah, Dark Souls 3. You could play. You could play this for sure. You can play Dark Souls 3. It's on Steam. You can play it on Steam. It's on PS4, that generation. I think it has some of the best maps in COD. At least for me, it has some of my most like favorite maps in COD. I think it has like really unique feeling guns and really good feeling guns. I think the sound design in this game is really good. It's again, it was right around that time around MW2 that this, like games like this just hooked me, man. Games like this are what made me the kind of person I am today, and why I love certain games like this, and like kind of who I am. So it just has like a special place in my heart for sure. There's something else I was gonna say about it. Oh, the one negative I'll give this game, its bullet reg wasn't the best. It had some bad internet, like ping issues for sure. But for me, that wasn't enough to deter it from being one of my all-time favorite video games. Skyrim, the game that's been released like 7,000 fucking times. Understandably to a point, but also kind of ridiculous. You played Resident Evil 6 and 7? That's cool. I have not. I've only played Resident Evil 5 at this point. Skyrim is a game that legitimately, and I can confidently say this, I think I got addicted to as a kid. I did not want to stop playing this game. I think Skyrim has one of the most mystical worlds and most beautiful worlds to go through. Yeah, I'm sure, especially 7. But I think it has one of the best worlds and most memorable, kind of beautiful worlds to go through. Daggerfall better. Is Daggerfall the one that has like the map that's like the size of like Texas, like actually, or like New Jersey or some shit? That's very two different size states. Like couldn't be more polar opposite, but Daggerfall's map is like, dude, getting from one end of Daggerfall to the other would actually take like a day or some shit. But Skyrim, it's a game that I actually got like addicted to as a kid, like in a good way. Like I just love the world and kind of like the freedom you got in it and like the story you could create and whatnot. It's a beautiful game, has extremely memorable side quests. The weakest part of the game is absolutely the main quest and absolutely the Civil War quest. Extremely disappointing on those fronts, but still gotta play. I mean, yeah, Skyrim's definitely a must play, and it's definitely one of the GOATs for sure. Trying to think of more things to say about Skyrim, because like this is absolutely one of my all-time favorite games. It's just kind of one of those games that you have to experience, because you have to get immersed in the world. If you get immersed into Skyrim, once that kind of clicks for you for the first time, you're like, oh fuck, I get it. Like, oh fuck, I understand why this game has been re-released like 17 fucking times. It's honestly just a really enjoyable world to get lost in, for the most part. The whole like Dragonborn abilities are really fun. The kind of builds and stuff you can make in the game, I think, are really satisfying. The combat isn't anything to write home about, obviously, but kind of the variety of everything that you can do, I think is awesome. But yeah, I think it's just one of the best well-crafted open worlds ever. Period. The side quests, the environments, the danger quests, the characters, all very memorable stuff. My ancestors. Also, probably one of the most quotable games of this generation. Probably. It's up there. Oh, a spicy one. Actually, no, it's not spicy at all. It's just a really fucking good game. Fuck. The Binding of Isaac. Shit, dude. One of my most played video games of all time. Probably, if you include the Flash version, if you include the PlayStation 4, if you include Repentance. Probably one of my most played video games of all time. I just think that it's the ultimate bang for your buck game. Like, the content within this game is just so vast, bro. I'm not even close to being like 100% with the game. Like, not even fucking close. This game has ultimate replayability. I think it is one of like the most gamiest games ever, bro. It has ultimate replayability. It has addicting gameplay. It has very charming visuals. It's very disturbing for sure, but also very charming. And probably my biggest compliment about the game and why I love it so much compared to other roguelikes. Dude, the game just has fucking insane synergies, bro. Like, there's still synergies that I'm experiencing 10 years later. The game is ultimately replayable, not just because of its content, but because of the synergies that you can have with the items within this game. Like, no one run will ever be the same. Ever, in Isaac. Unless you play, like, a challenge run or something. But, honestly, I think it is one of the best games to play as, like, just a time waster, I guess. Maybe that's like a negative way to put it, but like the game respects your time, but is also just one of those games that like you could pick up it honestly really happy this game's on mobile, not mobile, like on like handheld devices like a PS Vita or like a Switch, because this is honestly one of those games that's best like you could pick it up, play it for a couple sessions, put it down, not play it for a few days, and come back to it. When can I call cap? Never. Rob, you haven't even played the game. You can't call cap if you haven't experienced. This is peak gameplay right here, Rob. This is peak game. Peak video game right here. But no, seriously, I think the synergies in this game, cap to the no cap comment. Rob, I'm about to hit you with the handbook that we got from my chap. Nitro, is this a cap on him or a cap on the cap that I put on the cap on him? But no, synergies I think are really fun in this game. It's always fun coming up with your own synergies and finding your own way to win. It has endless fucking content. You could get this entire game on sale for $20 and have enough gameplay for like 1,000 hours. Maybe not 1,000, like 500. That's no bullshit. Battlefield 3, let's go. Battlefield 3. I feel like with what Twist has been saying, I already know what his next message is gonna be. I don't blame him. But that's fair. That's fair, Nitro. Battlefield 3. This is my favorite multiplayer game of all time. I think it is the best multiplayer game ever, and this is, yep, there it is, there it is. I never have played the fucking single player of this game. All my opinion of this game is strictly fucking multiplayer. I just think it is the ultimate crafted multiplayer experience. The player expression within this game, I think, is awesome. I think the content with this game is so fucking vast, and it's all worth your time. There is... What? Damn, how'd that guy die? There is something for everybody in this game. There's a play style, there is a game mode, there is a gun for everybody in this fucking game. You know, maybe there's things about Battlefield 4 that are better than Battlefield 3. Kind of like an MW2 to MW3 situation. I feel like this is a little bit less of that, though. I feel like Battlefield 3 was truly a complete game. And honestly, bro, for a multiplayer game, it has such memorable experiences, bro. The Caspian border thing... Rob, shut up. The Caspian border thing, or the tower falling in Caspian border, is etched into my mind forever. Hopping off of Damavan Peak for the first time in Rush, It's one of the most memorable moments in gaming for me from a multiplayer perspective. It's also one of the best like casual games that you can take seriously. Like the amount of like intense moments I've had in Battlefield while just fucking also chilling. And the reason why I say there's so much expression in this game is because the fuck? Hold on. Huh. I think I'm good. Never mind. I thought I chipped a tooth. My honey. I didn't. But I thought I did. Um, this game, you can honestly, there's so many fucking ways you could play this game, man. Like, you could just take one class and create like subclasses. Like, you could be like, you know, the sniper that sits on that fucking mountain on the very far right and gets like 5 kills a game. But those 5 kills a game are so fucking memorable that you don't care. You could be the support guy that sits in the back with a mortar and just bombs a building, just giving your teammates suppressive fire. You could be like me, put on C4s, get on a dirt bike and chase down tanks and blow up the tanks for no fucking reason. Or you could just be a tryhard. Like, there's so many ways you could play this game. I'm really sad that there's like the whole bullshit of like Game for Windows Live for this shit. I would be playing this shit every day, man. It's honestly just my favorite multiplayer game just ever. Battlefront 2, dude. Battlefront 2. This is another game that I think Twist will have a comment about. I don't blame him as well. I do think that the new Battlefront 2 is really good. I personally just think this one is better. I know, to be honest, this one has some nostalgia to it. This is another game that, like... Actually, to be real, this was the first video game that made me love video games. Like, straight up. Like, Donkey Kong Country is the first video game I ever played, but this is the first video game that, like, made me appreciate what video games could be and made me love, like, the whole experience. It got me super invested in the Star Wars. I absolutely love Star Wars because of this game. Maybe not because of it, but it absolutely helped. Kind of similar to Battlefield. Like, and all this, for me, was done on single player as well. But, the vast ways you could play this game and the vast options to play it are not as much as Battlefield, especially Battlefield 3. But there's still a lot. And honestly, it's just such a memorable game, man. It's just it's a fucking classic, dude. There's, like, no flaws to it. It actually has a really fucking solid single player, like, campaign. Conquest mode is one of the best game modes, like, ever made in a video game, period. Now, this is Battlefront 2. The second one. And there's so many memories in this game for me, man. I remember when I used to play it on the space levels, where you had to, like, take out the, opposing team's, like, cruiser, or whatever it is. I would wait until we're near the end of the game. I'd get in one of, like, the battle cruiser, or one of, like, the drop ships, where you could hold, like, 6 people. I'd wait till it fills up with all AI, and I would fly us all over there as, like, a final, like, suicide mission to win the game for my team when I was, like, 8 years old. And I thought it was the coolest fucking shit ever, man. But yeah, I mean, this one has some bias to it for sure. I honestly just think it's... No, you can't. Rob, you've been able to talk the whole time. You've been able to talk the whole time. Just because you be spitting cap doesn't mean, you know... Doesn't mean you can't talk. But... honestly, I just think it's one of the most, like, classic games ever made. And... for me personally, it's just... one of the games that kind of made me fall in love with games. Like, gaming, period. So, there is some bias and nostalgia to it. But even without it, bro, like, this game is fucking peak, bro. It has, like, in a lot of modes, it has a lot of different things you can play in it. It has a lot of content, and if you're a Star Wars fan like me, this is literally your fucking wet dream. Bloodborne! Woo! Bloodborne! Yeah, but I can't, like, enforce it, Rob. It's not like I can put, like, tape on your mouth. You know, and you'd probably like that, you kinky bastard. But Bloodborne. Used to be my favorite Souls experience ever. Bloodborne. The only thing holding Bloodborne back, the only thing holding Bloodborne back from it being any higher is literally its accessibility, bro. If this game was fucking playable on PC or modern hardware, I'd probably have like at least 5 more playthroughs of this shit. Probably 2 with Riot at least. Like this game, I fucking adore, man. I really do. I truly believe it has one of the best aesthetics and atmosphere in a game ever. Fucking period, dude. This game's atmosphere and aesthetic, Miyazaki fucking cooked with this. 100 fucking percent, man. Don't get me wrong, there's flaws. Some of the flaws I think are a little exaggerated. I think the whole Bloodborne or the blood vial thing gets thrown out there too much. I really don't think it's ever been a problem for me when I played the game. Even when I first played Bloodborne, I never felt like I had to actively spend a shit ton of time farming blood vials. I think that argument's kind of blown out of proportion. I don't think it's a good design. I'm not saying that. They should never do that design again. But I think people hold that over Bloodborne's head a little too much. I think the biggest complaint about Bloodborne, in my opinion, is the boss quality. The base game boss quality kind of sucks. Low key. Out of the 20 base game bosses, there's 4 or 5 that are okay. No, not okay. 4 or 5 that are good. There are good bosses in the base game. The DLC absolutely takes it to a whole other fucking level. Orphan, Ludwig, Maria. I think that's it. Lawrence ain't good. Living Failures ain't good. So yeah, those 3. But dude, it really is just, dude, the soundtrack too. I mean, bro, everything about this game just fucking works for me, man. Honestly, it's also the first ever Souls game I played by myself. Because Dark Souls 3 I played through for the first time with a friend of Rise, Chad, and I, Justice. He actually is the person who got me into Souls games, to be honest. So, rest in peace, Justice. But this is the first Souls game I played through by myself, and that experience I will never forget. Going through the game, no guide, no helping hand, is just so fucking memorable. Honestly, yeah, bro. Actually, no, hold on. The fucking gameplay's peak too. I'm just talking about the atmosphere. The fucking gameplay is my favorite out of the base Souls game before Elden Ring. This game has what the fuck? You can go back here? I don't think I knew that. This game's combat is so fucking fun. With it being a lot more aggressive and it kind of pushing the player to be on the offensive and not fucking hide behind your shield the entire time and create your own openings, and with the whole parry system, the visceral attacks, all that shit, bro. The fucking weapons, bro. Sure, there's not a lot. So there's not that much of a variety, but they are so well made. Bloodborne has some of the best made weapons in the Souls series, just straight up. They're so well crafted, they're so memorable. The biggest fucking flaw of this game is you can't play it. That's literally the biggest fucking flaw. If I could play this fucking game, I'd play it through twice a year, bro. Strictly because of its atmosphere and its fucking addictive combat, man. And the lore. Fuck yeah, the lore, dude. Alright, top 5. Woo, top 5, baby. Top 5. $5 foot long. Man, remember when there used to be $5 footlongs, dude? That's how you know the world's gone to shit. We no longer have $5 footlong. Modern Warfare 2. The OG. Shit, Twist. We missed that. We missed that shit. Where is it? Street Fighter Third Strike is 103. Just missed out on the top 25. Just missed out. It was a hard-fought battle. But 2 Street Fighters are on there. MW2 though. OG MW2, man. For me personally, probably like the most influential game for me as a kid. This and Battlefront 2, I have to credit for being the gamer I am today and have fallen in love with gaming. MW2 absolutely pushed the multiplayer love for me. Isn't that MVC soundtrack, right? I'm pretty sure it's Marvel vs. Capcom. That shit gives me PTSD, dude. Twist would beat me in like 45 seconds, and I just hear that first part of the line, and then load back into a game. Same thing would happen. Yeah. No, I know. I didn't know if you knew, because he said Street Fighter. But this game for me, like Battlefront 2 had multiplayer, but I obviously wasn't able to play it. I didn't have a modem for my PS2. This game, like, influenced me to want to play multiplayer and want to experience like a community. Granted, MW2 wasn't the most kind community, especially if you were a 9-year-old. But I made do. It made me want to, be a part of like multiplayer. Made me want to make friends on online. And literally, bro, without this game, I like quite literally wouldn't be the person I am today. Without this game, I wouldn't have fallen in love with COD nearly as fast. I wouldn't have wanted to compete and want to get better at games. I know this game isn't very well balanced. I know it's not like a super serious game. But for me, every day I wanted to play this game and I wanted to get better. This game helped create the competitive aspect in me that is still here to this day. Literally, this game, I still think holds up. I really do believe that. I think its story holds up. I think its Spec Ops is amazing co-op fun. And I honestly do believe that the co-op is still fucking dumb fun, man. I think it has extremely fun maps. I think the guns are super fun. And nothing is balanced, but that's what makes it fun. But truly, like, it's not just nostalgia and bias. A lot of it is, though. This game, 100%, like, it's this high just because of how influential it was to me as a as a gamer and as a person. This game, literally, like, if I chose a different game, bro, who fucking knows what path I would have been on? So, like, honestly, like, what games I would have played, what fucking, if I would have ever been a competitor in anything, like, the fact that I chose this game, like, set up so much of the rest of my life, like, playing games. And I literally wouldn't have met, like, 90% of the people I play games with if it wasn't for this game. Whoo! Shadow of the Colossus. Played this game recently on stream as well. This game, low-key, I'm going to say this now, the top 4, low-key could just be interchangeable. I'm just going to be honest. The top 4, bro, is just so peak that I honestly think it could be interchangeable. Like, I could see this being number 1 tomorrow. I could see New Vegas being number 1. All these games are absolute fucking peak. I'm gonna fucking let it play on this boss. This is my favorite boss in the game. This game is probably the most unique video game I've ever played. It's also one of the most influential games I've probably ever played. Like, maybe not personally for me, but for me personally, it is one of the most unique video games I've ever played. It flips level design and, like, gameplay design completely on its head. And I've never played a game that is quite literally so empty and so lifeless, but yet that it still feels full of life and, like, fulfilling to go through. Like, I don't know if this term works for this game, but like silence speaks loudly or whatever the fuck the saying is. Like it's almost like that for this game. Like the way they were able to make the game feel so full of life and so memorable without there being like any side enemies, no bandits or ogres or orcs to kill. It's you, your horse, and one goal, and it's to save your loved one. That's it. Like the game doesn't elaborate any more than that because that's all you need. That's your quest. You don't question what you're doing. You don't question why you're doing it, who you're doing it for. All you know is it'll save the one you love, and that's what you want. And honestly, a story like that, kind of simple, kind of is what makes it also so memorable and such a good story. Um, and also, this is the PS4 version of the game, but I truly believe that even the PS2 version, the original, holds up to this day. I played the original before the PS4 version, and I honestly just think they coexist. I really do. But the reason why I brought that up is I truly, truly believe this is also one of the most beautiful video games ever made. Specifically the PS4 version, but also the PS2 version. The sense of scale with this game, with the environments, the colossus, whatever the fuck, I think adds to such a beauty and just overall like art style about the game that's just so fucking memorable. Don't get me wrong, this game is absolutely not for fucking everybody. I would argue that most people it's not for. I think a lot of people would just kind of find the game boring. Maybe not a lot. Maybe a lot's rough, but I think there are people that would just find the game boring. So like I wouldn't necessarily say I would recommend it to everybody. I do think the game everybody should try. Because if it is for you, if you truly if you appreciate what this game is doing, it will be one of your all-time favorites. Like if not, then you'll either just probably find it to be okay or like kind of overrated. Like that's fine. I completely disagree, but this is definitely one of those games I'd recommend everybody at least play once. Because if you do like it, again, it'll be one of your all-time favorite games, or you will at least have like a level of appreciation for it you didn't really think you would have. I mean, dude, the way like for it being made when it was, and it just flipping like it completely flipping the script of like game design and level design on its fucking head, and being able to be like compete with its peers and whatchamacallit, it being able to influence so many games and so many experiences that we see today. I mean, bro, there are a lot of third-person games that if you think of that in some way somehow have some influence from Shadow of the Colossus. You know, like the saying, like a hooper's favorite hooper, like a basketball player's favorite basketball player. This is like a dev's favorite game, like your dev's favorite game. I honestly just think it's a straight up masterpiece. To be honest, it's one of the most memorable experiences I've ever had in gaming. Replaying it and playing for the first time on the original. Again, it's so unique, and for being so simple with its combat and being so simple, quote unquote, with like its level design, it's so impactful and so memorable, and is easily one of my favorite gaming experiences I've ever had. I truly believe this could be my favorite video game of all time. Like any given day. I mean, bro, even just watching this boss fight is giving me fucking goosebumps. The soundtrack too. Oh my gosh, don't even fucking bring up the soundtrack of this game, dude. It is fucking peak. Honestly, actually, this is another thing about this game. The little things really matter in this game, like a lot, because there's not much going on. You get attached to little things. Like, I know it's a meme for most people, like the whole, aggro, like calling your horse. But when you're playing through the game and you start to get immersed, that's like the only dialogue you hear. Like, throughout the entire game, 70% of the game is you calling your fucking horse. And you do get attached to it. I know it's a meme, right? But, like, while you're playing it, you do get attached to it. It becomes kind of like a comfort. And because there's not much going on, those little things matter a lot more, especially at the end of the game where you're struggling for your fucking life as the Wanderer, and you can still call for aggro. You are literally struggling to stay alive and see, the outcome of what you've done. If, what you did can resurrect your loved one. And you're calling out for the horse that you presume is dead because you saw it fall down a cliff. And you're calling for the only thing that you ever had, like, kind of in this whole fucking game to be your companion. Like, little things like that just add so much to the fucking experience. It's just so beautiful. I mean, fucking look at this shit, man. The way it does, like, the camera and everything. Like, sure, maybe the PS2 version's a little clunky, bro, but, like, I don't know, like, kick rocks, bro. Go play on the swing set, man. I don't know. I like that game a lot. Silent Hill 2 Remake. Kind of already talked about a lot of it. I won't go into, like, super depth about it. I just think it's the best way to experience the best story ever told in gaming. Like, straight up. I already said that I think Silent Hill 2 is the best story ever told in gaming. I think this is the best way to experience it. I think the improvements that Blooper Team did are, they did it with a lot of love and care, and they stayed faithful to the original while making it just an overall better experience. I think the bosses are extremely more memorable, and for some of them, make for a much more emotional and meaningful kind of encounter. The Abstract Daddy fight being, like, the most notable of those, if I can find it. The Abstract Daddy fight in this game is just so much better and has so much more, like, emotional impact to the fight compared to the original, bro. I mean, like, the improvements that this game made. Don't get me wrong. I've heard, like, this game has, like, bloat and stuff, and, like, it's a cash grab or whatever the fuck. But shut up, Rob. That's fucked up. That is fucked up, Rob. That is fucked. But don't get me wrong. Like, I've heard complaints about this game, but I just don't see it, bro. And, like, sure, maybe I didn't grow up with the original Silent Hill 2, and maybe that's why I don't have this opinion. But, like, I played the original. Like, I've experienced both. I liked the remake more. And this game had fucking problems with its, like, motion blur and shit, and it gave me motion sickness while I played. And I still fucking loved it. I mean, I truly believe that, like, it is just the best way to experience this story. They made so many good improvements. Sure, some of the stuff maybe didn't hit. There's some things I didn't particularly like, but I think all the improvements they made are all done with care and love. And yeah, I mean, I think that a lot of, like, the mocap that was done, like, bro, James. Okay, if you ask me who is my favorite Silent Hill, like, character protagonist before remake, it's Heather from 3, 100%. Now it's probably James from remake. It's Heather or James from remake. The guy who did the voice acting and the mocap for James in this game made him so much more memorable as a character. You really fucking felt the depth and the layers to his story in this, and a lot of characters too. Also, just truly a fucking terrifying game. It's also one of the scariest fucking games I've ever played. It's either this or Lost in Vivo. But yeah, no, fucking memorable. Best story in gaming. Best way to experience it. A beautiful game. It visually is fucking stunning. Yeah, just fucking overall peak, man. Elden Ring. Fuck yeah. This is a good game. This is also a good game. What's a good boss? What's a good boss in Elden Ring? I'll do Godfrey. I mean, there's a lot. I'll do Godfrey because the Horaloo transition's really cool. But Elden Ring, man. I mean, this is one of those games that, like, I kind of went in with my own expectations, but those expectations completely, they were shattered. I really didn't think I'd like this game as much as I did. I knew I would love it and it would be like an all-time great. This game is the ultimate Souls experience for me. I think it is the ultimate adventure game ever, bro. I think it's the ultimate just adventure in a game ever, bro. Like the journey you go through on this game and the different I'm trying to think. I'm trying to put this game in the words because there's like some like this game to me is like honestly so special in a lot of ways. What if I ride Godfrey instead? You could. That's kind of what his lion's doing. And in ways, it's kind of hard for me to put this game into perspective because I think it just. Don't get me wrong. There's things in other Souls games I like more, but I think this game takes a lot of the flaws in certain Souls games, and I think polishes it a lot and makes for just an all-time just amazing adventure. And what I mean by like amazing adventure is just the freedom of it all. Like you're writing your own fucking story as the Tarnished, and it ends up being, especially if you get immersed into the world and truly get invested into your character and in the game, you will create your own story, and by the end of it, you'll kind of be like not proud, but you'll look back on kind of everything you did, and it'll to me it was just so much more memorable than maybe a lot of the other Souls experiences I've had. I also just think this game has so many of the best things like in the series. I think it has amazing fucking bosses. I think this game evolved as a game from like the Souls genre. I think like the amount of creativity, the amount of build variety, the amount of weapons, the amount of fucking differences in the bosses. I mean, like for example, bro, like they perfected the fucking Storm Ruler boss fight in this game. It only took fucking 3 games, but they finally did it. They finally fucking perfected the Storm Ruler boss in Rykard. That is the fucking peak. That is Rykard's like the peak gimmick boss. The amount of moments in this game that just have like a wow attached to it. Like this game is jaw dropping in so many fucking like instances. It's beautiful. It's fucking like amazingly like paced, I would say. Sure, there's flaws, there's some shitty areas, and don't get me wrong, there's some dog shit bosses. And don't get me wrong, I hate that they reuse a lot of assets and a lot of bosses. But for the most part, bro, it has peak boss design. It has some of the most memorable areas for me in the game in the series. And also has some of the most like well put together bosses. I mean, like the only way like the way I could put it is just for me like playing through this game for the first time and experiencing it all in just one go. Like I never dropped this game. My whole 200 hours was done within a month. Like literally a month. This is all I played every fucking day. And I mean, don't get me wrong, that wouldn't work for fucking everybody, obviously. But for me, man, like I just got so invested and so immersed into the world. And yeah, I mean, I figured I was gonna like it because Souls is one of my like FromSoft is one of my favorite developers. The Souls genre is one of my favorite, and open world games are some of my favorite. So like, it literally is a match made in heaven. I just didn't realize how much of a match made in heaven it would be. And also, man, this game had moments for me that like, I don't know, I haven't experienced in a long time. Like, bro, I had visceral reactions to beating some bosses in this game. Melania and Consort Radahn, I quite literally had like a fucking primal like fucking outburst when beating them. And yeah, they're flawed bosses and they have things wrong with them, but like the way I was able to beat them and kind of like turning like, you know, basically having my own fucking redemption arc in a way to beat some of these fucking challenging bosses and have that kind of reaction is just I will never forget beating Melania for the first time. I did it my fucking way. I did it with my own fucking like strategy and approach, and that strategy and approach improved throughout the entire time fighting her. And I feel like, I mean, that is Souls in a nutshell, is you find your own way, you find your own solution to a puzzle, and, you know, that key might be different for everybody. I feel like Elden Ring just gives you so many tools for that puzzle. Oh my god, bro. It fucking peak. He just fucking power bombed our fucking literally, how good does a game have to be for you to get fucking power bombed and you're like, that was pretty cool? Because that's everybody's fucking reaction when that happened. Everybody's, bro. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's too many good things I can say about this game. There are flaws, but I mean, like the positives completely outweigh the flaws for me. Yeah, this is how it felt. I bet this is how it felt for people playing the original Zelda in like the 80s. Like this is, in my opinion, this generation's like Zelda 1. Like a truly like immersive, vast world that you know nothing about to ultimately explore and have your own stories to tell about it. Except we were in the year 2022 with graphics and with the ability to do shit like this. Dude, he almost got thrown off the fucking map. But yeah, no, it's the ultimate adventure experience. If there was one video game I'd recommend people to play, one video game, like if you could only play one, or let me rephrase this. If there was one game, like someone who's never played video games before asked me, "What do you think my first game should be?" That I beat start to end, it would be Elden Ring. It would be Elden Ring, 100%. It's the most accessible Souls game. I think it's the best Souls game, and I think it's just an overall fucking cinematic masterpiece. Also has the best story in Souls, probably. Fuck. Alright, that one I talked a lot about, but I'm passionate about Elden Ring. Alright, number 1. Even knowing 1 through 4 could quite literally all interchange. Fallout New Vegas. This one's weird. Because I know I'm not going to have much to say compared to Elden Ring. But I can confidently say that this can be one of my favorite video games of all time. Again, if not my favorite video game of all time. I I think this one does have a lot of bias to it, but I definitely don't think it's complete bias. I mean, I do have like a unique story with this game that I've told 1,000 times about like how I got into this game and how I returned it because I didn't fucking complete the tutorial. I have a unique relationship with this game, and honestly, I do think that helped it a lot, like become so memorable for me. But that's not it. Like it's not solely it. I do believe, for me, I haven't played many RPGs, obviously. But I do believe for me this is the ultimate roleplay experience that I've had. I think the freedom to have your own story and have your own character where there are no limitations to the kind of morals you have. Because obviously like a game like Fallout 3 or like Fallout 4, you're kind of forced into like a moral area because of like how the game introduces you. In this, you truly have ultimate freedom to your story and to your revenge, and also has, I think, the best like main story transition in a game I've ever played. How you go from being like literally just wanting revenge on Benny and that being the ultimate goal at first, to then being, I'm gonna either save New Vegas, take over New Vegas, or destroy New Vegas. That transition is so well done, and also for an open world game has some of the best pacing and level design I've ever played. The way it like nudges you into the right direction to kind of experience the game and the characters and everything is so well done, bro. It's so well done. I mean, obviously you can go anywhere you want, but the way the game like creates environmental roadblocks for you and not just an invisible wall. Like the Cora Junction, right? Like you could just straight up go to Vegas from that path. You die like 10 out of 10 times if you tried though. And like that is like the game telling you, hey, you can't go here. You're trying to go a different way. But it doesn't just say like, no, you can't. Nope, we're blocking you. Nope. They want you to experience it like yourself. And like for me, like whatchamacallit? Oh yeah, the level design. Yeah, like the way they were able to do that, I feel like in other Bethesda games, even that they don't do as well. The game almost has like a roadmap for you to go on, but it feels so natural and not forced. And then also probably my favorite side quest in gaming It's up there with Skyrim's. I mean, bro, it just has such memorable side quests, and so many of the side quests are fucking impactful to the world. You feel so connected with New Vegas, and you feel so connected within Nevada that everything you do does feel super memorable. I think it has some of the best DLC quality in gaming. I think Lonesome Road, Old World Blues are like two of the best DLCs in gaming, period. I think it perfectly captures the Fallout charm of being like humorous, but also, being in a fucking hopeless wasteland. Yeah, this game has a lot. I mean, obviously, this game is. I've said this is my GOAT for a long time, and I think it could be swapped out, but there's just a special place in my heart for this game. I'm not going to deny that. There is some bias here for sure. But I truly believe it is like the ultimate role-playing experience with probably the the ultimate role-playing experience with probably some of the greatest like player freedom, and I don't want to say expression. I mean, there are like builds obviously you could do. Like you could do a lot of unique shit in New Vegas, but like just like the how you could alter all your playthroughs and everything just by minor decisions or like minor build differences and whatnot. I mean, it just has so much player freedom, and it is just an ultimate. I do think Elden Ring is an ultimate adventure, but like this is a close second. I almost feel like it's more of like a story. I don't know. It's like you really are creating your own fucking campfire story playing through this game. I feel like that has something to say. I feel like that is just as impressive. I do understand classic Fallout games aren't for everybody. But I don't know. For me, this one, fuck, man. I don't know. I feel like there's not a lot of bad things to say about it. I really don't. I mean, maybe the gameplay's dated, but that's not the point of the fucking game, dude. The point of the game is the characters, the world, the side quests, everything. I mean, it's all that. And yeah, like you said, the music also is fucking amazing. Probably my favorite radio in Fallout. And yeah, it is just. I think right now I could say it's my favorite game of all time. Again, I think my top 4 is very interchangeable. And at any given moment, those 4 games could just fucking swap each other. But just because of like the emotional attachment I have to this game, and it also being kind of grouped into MW2, Battlefront 2, and all those games as being a game that like has kind of shaped me who I am today, and also being one of the only games that I've actually like fully played and like not fully experienced, but like really sat down and got invested and just completely immersed and kind of obsessed with the game. Yeah, I'm a New Vegas man. I think it is the ultimate RPG, ultimate role playing experience, and like not creativity, but it's my favorite choice based game. I'll put it that way. Yeah, that was me talking about my top 25 favorite games of all time. No real point to doing it. I guess it was just me to talk to you guys and to kind of express. I mean, I just love talking about things I like and, hearing people's opinions on them and maybe getting rebuttals and whatnot. But yeah, appreciate that. My fucking throat hurts. Fucking hell. I had 3 cough drops and they didn't fucking help. Oh, they helped. It probably would have been a lot worse, but yeah, man. Yeah, that was kind of like my 100 subscriber little special thing. Again, I don't really have like a video or anything that I would do. So yeah, I guess this is just kind of a way to have people get to know me a lot better, or like get to know my tastes more, and I don't know, just an excuse for me, but just an excuse for me to just kind of like talk about things I enjoy, talk about things I love. So I had a good time doing it. Definitely bit off a little more than I can chew though. That was a lot. I also need to delete all these games that I just fucking pulled up on YouTube for my watch history. There's just 25 playthroughs of games just in my watch history now. Yep, let's get them all out of here. As soon as I'm done doing that, I'm gonna get off. Get you out of here. You, 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 and you. Okay. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna call it. Yep. I had a pretty fun time with this stream. Got to play some Resistance: Fall of Man. Had a good time with that. Gonna be excited to get. Well, actually, fuck. We might not play that game till Tuesday, cause Monday I'm thinking about doing like this little, like birthday stream thing where I kind of play like a shit ton of games that I just kind of want to play on stream, like no real rhyme or reason. So appreciate that, Rice. It means a lot. But yeah. So we might not play Resistance till Tuesday, unfortunately, but that's all right. Yeah. Fuck, it's 1:14. All right. Well, appreciate everybody for being here. Rias, Nitro, Rob, Twist, Sonic, single player, and anybody else that's still in here or wasn't here, appreciate it. I will see you guys later. Rias, I'll probably hop in Cord here in a little bit. I'm gonna take a minute though. All right, have a good night, everybody.